the Bob and Tom Show. The fabulous Greg Warren on clarinet there. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey there.
Hi there. Ho there. You're as welcome as can be. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com Sports Desk. And here he is, somewhat discombobulated. It's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
I'm testing. Hello, there we go. I've been combobulating for quite some time.
Oh,
can you guys hear me? Okay.
So
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Okay, there we go.
All organized.
All right. Yeah. And I was just reviewing over here. It appears that, according to various sources, there is not a unbusted bracket out there.
They're all gone. That's right.
So
it's official.
Men's college basketball fans,
NCAA tournament brackets busted out on Sunday, ending the hopes of millions. The final perfect brackets on Yahoo Sports and CBS were shredded with Saturday's games. Top seed Florida 77-75 win over UConn. And then the only perfect bracket left was on ESPN, and that one imploded with Kentucky's win over Illinois, creating 24.3 million imperfect brackets. So they're all busted into little pieces.
I bring it up because, sure, your bracket's busted, but wouldn't you still like to win something? This is where OrangeInsoles.com comes in. Your shot at winning a 4K smart TV, go to bobandtom.com/contest, and you'll feel better about life. How's that?
There you go.
Does that sound like fun?
Nothing makes you happier than a big, nice new TV.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Gorgeous.
How big is too big?
You look who you're asking.
Tom, you want to take this? There's no such thing as
Chick would like one so big that there's actually a doorway in it so we can leave the room.
We had a discussion about that. He wanted 98 inches, and I wanted 72 inches. So
you'd probably settle for 8 inches. But.
Well, we compromised on 85, I think.
I'm going to say 98 inches might be too big.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's a little big.
Is that the size of a 4x8 of plywood?
I don't know. But it was
I can't envision how big that is.
Mine's 75.
What's that one behind you? I think that might be about 98.
That might be 8. I think that's 85.
Is that 85?
Are we going to tape measure on this in here?
I know. We're short-staffed today.
We're going to tape measure in here.
I don't think we can get the tape measure today. Maybe during one of the breaks.
Yeah. But no, that's 98 inches. Is
I
really
can eyeball
big.
that. That's 86 inches.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, in any event, you're getting a new TV, huh?
We already got one. Yeah,
Wow.
It's 85 inches.
That's
we
exciting.
compromised.
Okay.
I'll ask a question Tom would ask. Is it color?
Yeah, it's in color.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I was
right.
able to even, put all of our streaming services on it. And
That's
one
nice.
button, and I just turn it on, and there it is.
See, don't you,
remote and everything?
Yeah,
Tom,
got a
I know
remote.
you plainly remember this. This is a sign of age, though. Everybody remembers our age when you got your first color television.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yep.
It was a big damn deal, man.
Ironically,
Shut up, you whippersnapper.
I believe we got it for the space moonwalk, but that, of course, was fed in black and white, except the launch and stuff. Right.
Right. So
We had black and white TVs in my house.
Yep.
Did you?
We had the color in the living room, but then some of the ancillary TVs were still
yeah.
old black and whites.
All right. I had a black and white TV in my room. I saved all summer $88 to buy a 13-inch black and white television. And I built...
Oh, that's sweet.
Make me sound...
Sounded sad the way.
No, it's awesome.
Make me
No,
sound
it's
mentally
sweet.
challenged.
It's
What are you talking
awesome.
about?
No.
And I built a rack to hang on the wall and put the TV on the wall and drilled a hole. And
All right.
So this
ran the
started
cord.
early for you.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, it wasn't black and white.
You know who my mom and dad is? Shut up. My mom and dad was
My elementary school.
television.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's a shame.
Yes, Chick.
What is it about you that makes you laugh like that about a comment like that? What is
Because people aren't willing to embrace history. They're not willing to look at the reality.
Oh, boy.
okay?
Yeah, boy.
Hey, look, I was 5 years old when I went to elementary school. I really didn't have a lot of control over it. I didn't gerrymander the school system yet. That would come later. So sorry. So
How
it's
did we get from TVs to that?
You running your trap about humble bragging how big your TV is?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You hear that, Josh? Big old humble brag. I wanted 90.
We only have one, though. We only have one TV right now.
now how fast is it from turning it on to having a picture show?
Instant.
Oh yeah, instant. Yeah.
It's instant, Tom.
Nope. Everywhere.
Did you hear the language, Tom? How long before you turn it on, you have a picture show?
The tubes warm up.
Hello.
No, I don't know what I've got. It's a solid 2 minutes.
I'm telling you.
Our remote is solar, too. Do you have that?
Whoever
Yeah.
whoever hooked up your television, they're having a big laugh every time you turn it on.
Yeah.
Chick, she's got a solar remote. What is that?
You have to leave it outside.
No, you just, it'll charge with a light, too.
Oh, yeah, that's actually plutonium. You're all going to die.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Don't hold it.
Yeah, that's what Madame Curie had. Look what happened to her.
I lost my fingers.
But we do have.
Oh, yeah.
We do have plutonium in the news today.
Yeah, we do.
Got some great letters, by the way. I'm looking forward to that. Tom Green is going to be our guest.
Plutonium in the news?
Yeah, we have plutonium in the news,
I love plutonium.
comedian Tom Green
Just buy
coming
that
up.
online.
I can get you some.
Oh, really?
Well, you're going to find out what happened when you.
I might have some at home. I might have some black market plutonium. You're welcome. If you're in the market. Thank you, John.
Now, I'm not sure what we're going to do today. The Ace Cosby joke of the day may not be happening.
Oh, no.
Would be a little
Why is
hard,
that?
Unless he calls in.
Ace, as far as I know, we want to get this out there right now.
Yeah.
Ace apparently
We're looking to you to lead us. Go ahead.
Ace tripped over his cat, severely breaking his leg.
Compound fracture, my friend.
Oh, no.
Through his ankle bone. Yeah.
Oh,
it
that's
just went
brutal,
through his
man.
ankle.
And
Not good.
So I saw him in the hospital last night.
Poor guy.
How's he doing?
He's doing all right, but as God is my witness, he said, I think I can make it to work in the morning.
I heard.
I'd
said,
give
"There's
anything
no
to look
way."
up and see him gimping in here. I would love it.
he's
No way.
He's
No,
never missed a day of work, and he was really
he
concerned.
literally has never missed a day of work in his
Never.
life ever.
Never.
Not
Well, the
one.
compound fracture
Yeah.
is a reason to.
Yeah, we've insisted. Now,
Yeah,
whether,
They kept him overnight.
I don't know what kind
yeah.
of I don't
He's
know
in the hospital.
I don't know what kind of pain meds he's on, but the possibility of an over-the-phone Ace Cosby joke of the day does exist.
Oh, that'd be great.
On pain meds.
Yeah, on
Yes,
pain medication.
I will say he's in a really good mood, and he's
What's
talking more
wrong
than
with
he's
you
ever
people?
talked.
I imagine the Ace Cosby joke of the day will be the first one with the word Nantucket in it.
All right. Go
Oh,
ahead.
boy.
Make your bed. Lay in it.
Oh, we'll
Go
see. We'll
ahead.
see what happens. But we wish you the best,
You know
Ace.
what, They
Yeah.
might have to reattach his ankle. You know how that works?
Oh, he's already been in surgery, and they've
Broken,
pinned, and
He's got pins and stuff in his leg.
he's meddled up.
So he fell over the cat, huh?
Yeah, he tripped over the cat. And last week he said in here during a break, he goes, "That cat's gonna be the death of me. I tripped over him the other day too."
Oh, that reminds
Yeah.
me. I owe that cat $150. Maybe I'll just send him some kibble. Or something.
Okay.
Yeah, $150
You go
bucks
over
worth
and
of
feed
kibble.
him. He's gonna,
Well, speaking of cash, if you needed an extra 150 or whatever,
Yeah?
I'm sure there's a lot of folks that are having a lot of fun with lots of basketball, et cetera, et cetera. Perhaps you're betting on cricket. We do have cricket coming up in the news, but whatever's going on in your life, a couple quick reminders. Once again, orangeinsoles.com is the place you'll find more information about Bracket Busted and about that TV. Or go to bobandtom.com/contest to win that 4K smart TV. What else is happening over there, Chick McGee?
Springtime's here and baseball's the season started. Josh, holy heck.
Play ball.
And basketball, it's breaking out everywhere. The best place to cash in on your favorite sports. Over 10 million members, billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everybody. The app's simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport. Pick more or less on their projection. You could win up to 1,000 times your money. Don't miss your chance to cash in as the league's best fight for playoff position. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code TOM and get $50 in bonus promo funds instantly when you play $5. That's code TOM on Prize Picks, $50 in bonus promo funds when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in bonus credit for just playing guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, special event this Thursday morning. We will be honoring the Cincinnati Reds as they open up their baseball season. We'll be at Smoke Justice, the restaurant in Covington, Kentucky, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Brought to you by Field of Dreams Whiskey. Hope to see you there. We're going to have a special shirt. Give you some details on that. And then Friday, honoring the Toledo Mud Hens, we will be at the Glass City Center. Come on and say hi. We'll give you some details on all that coming
Come on.
up. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, he's Bob. I'm Bob. And he's Tom. And I'm Tom. What is it, Tom?
San Francisco's gay Jewish congregation, Shah Ar-Zahav, has dedicated its new synagogue. This is true, with 2 members engaging in the ceremonial blowing of the ram's horn.
K-I-Z-Z-F-M. Kiz. Lucky that doesn't start with a J.
Stop it!
Dr. Ruth, can I get pregnant when a man undresses me with his eyes?
Only if he's cockeyed.
Golly, Earl.
That might be a pretty good idea.
I'd killed my wife when I'd wanted to. I'd be out of jail by now.
Dr. Ruth, when I'm dancing, what part of my body should not move?
Your bowels.
I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. We'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob.
Comedian Tim Allen. Oh, God.
Using laxatives and a rectal scope, doctors were able to collect evidence over a period of 4 days.
I must have one.
Rectal scope is a mouthwash.
Your color's back to your face?
Oh, I was great this morning.
So is yours, Tony.
Tony, you're...
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I've got to go. You're gaining weight. My wife, when the first time she was pregnant, all I saw of her for 9 months was her ass hanging out of a refrigerator.
And if you believe that, I can't say that. Bishop Emeritus Frederick W. Freaking, who headed the Roman Catholic Diocese. That's his name. He was 85.
Did they have to pull the freaking plug?
Hey, boys, this is the Pope. I gotta go to the freaking funeral.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance Insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
What do you want to hear?
Well, I was thinking
what music you want to hear?
I was thinking since it's summertime.
Yes.
And everyone's watching baseball, playing baseball. Do you know your softball tribute?
Yeah, I can try to get through it better than I did the other one. Church League softball. Let's pull the key up.
Great idea.
There you go.
Church League softball fist fight. Getting washed in the blood on a Tuesday night. What would Jesus do? Lord, he wouldn't do that. Knock hell out of a preacher with the softball bat. Well, the swinging shepherds from the sheep of the Savior were tied with the Sourwood Church of Christ, an example of some highly unholy behavior in a game that had already been protested twice. Something unbiblical must have been said for them to be aiming heat at a minister's head. Clocking the clergy ain't the thing to do, but neither's the high hard one on a 0-2. Church League softball fist fight, a bloody laying on of hands neath the left field lights, knocking out 4 teeth, getting a busted lip, ain't exactly my idea of Christian fellowship. Church League softball fist fight, rolling around the pitcher's mound, it just don't look right for nice people from the church and the Sunday school class to trade the cup of brotherhood for a can of whoop ass. Ooh, yeah!
Thank you. Tim Wilson.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? You don't want to do that. Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
About life. Oh. Hi, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Josh Arnold's here. There's Christy Lee and Pat Godwin. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom. How you doing, buddy?
Doing just fine over here.
Right, sir.
Hello, everybody. We've got a bunch of letters to get to. I've got stacks of stuff over here.
Did you have a good weekend, Tommy?
Yeah. It went pretty fun.
Now, you're on record as saying Saturday and Sundays are brutal.
Yes.
So,
just one soccer game.
Just the one.
Was it outdoors?
No. Little indoor soccer.
All right.
A lot of fun.
Did you watch a lot of basketball?
I watched some basketball. I got some work done. Did a bunch of dog walking, the usual. Had some interesting conversations with my dogs.
Oh, yeah?
We've set up some new rules.
I bet you cover a lot of ground with the puppy dogs, don't you? Yeah. It was National Puppy Day yesterday or something. There's like 19 of these. I swear there are.
Yeah, my puppy is phased out of that rough phase. Now, Pat, you have a puppy.
Yeah, and I didn't have Jimmy this weekend, so it was all puppy. All me.
Jimmy's your son. Your puppy's name is...
Yes, the puppy's name is Brody. Mm-hmm. So it was Brody and I all weekend.
Mm-hmm. How'd that go?
I went just about as well as you could expect.
Pat Godwin, of course, a big San Francisco 49ers fan, so the dog's named after John Brody, quarterback.
Yes, how did you know that?
Of the 49ers back in the late 60s, early 70s.
It was a mixture of fun and mistakes. And,
did he have some mistakes?
Oh, yeah, lots.
Oh,
did you go to your doggy class?
I did, yeah.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Did it go well? You're not...
Yeah, no, everything. Yeah, it's going well. Very tired. I get up at 2 a.m. now. I used to be 3:30. It's a whole different thing for me.
Have you cleaned the carpet yet?
The carpets are semi-clean. Let's call it that.
Someone told
doing
me
the best I can.
Having a puppy is like having a baby.
It is.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
I can see him getting better slightly, though. He's not crying in the crate, so good. He gets it.
Eventually, he'll
use your little trick of putting the snack in the crate and then the Benadryl in the snack.
No. Well, let's just get to it.
I got one word for you. Ether. Okay, here's what you do. Soak a rag.
Have you written any songs about your dog yet? Have you?
I wrote a song called "Ode to Brody." Yeah, about what?
Let's hear it.
Want to hear it right now?
Absolutely. I didn't know you. I was just kidding. That's
How
fine.
about Odie to Brody? Does that help you at all?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I would have gone with that too, Chick.
Fair enough. Thank you, Tom.
Odie to Brody?
Odie to Brody, yeah,
Odie to Brody.
Let's go with Odie to Brody.
Remember Odie Colody?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a cartoon?
Now, this is going to be a little sloppy, but I think it's kind of cute.
Okay. We like sloppies.
There we go.
Yellow.
Getting a puppy was a great idea. Oh, the look on my son's face was worth the price. Potty training is harder than I expected. And all your friends like Tom and Christy give you advice. They say take him out a lot. Oh, no late night snacks. Put him in the crate at night. Oh, you gotta keep him on track. Oh, I've done it all, but these are the facts. I'm never getting my apartment deposit back. He chewed the molding and crapped on the carpet. Got out of the crate and the bedroom door got scratched. And I have no idea how the window got cracked. But I can tell you this, I'm never ever getting my deposit back. Hello, unconditional love. Goodbye, $1,800. $385 for his shots. $23 for the leash and collar. Oh, but we love our little Brody. Oh, but these are the facts. I'm never getting my apartment deposit back. Odie to Brody.
Oh.
Yay!
A little sloppy.
No. I liked it very much.
Lovely.
Oh, all true. Good to know. Time now to check in with you, the listener, and your mail. We always appreciate it.
Oh, is it time for letters?
It
Tom?
is, yeah.
Hot dog. Time for letters. And now here's your first letter from Tom Griswold. Tom? Where's our first letter from?
Our first letter is from Fort Myers, Florida.
Oh, sunny Fort Myers.
Todd writes, you guys mentioned the art form of diddling.
Yes, we did.
The Scottish form of diddling.
Yep.
Are you aware that there is a classic rock and roll song that has been going through my head recently? I did some research, and here's the song. I'm going to play it for you. According to Todd, this features rock and roll diddling. Here we go.
I don't know.
Is this more a yodeling?
I think I think there's a fine line between yodeling and diddling, and you got to let this go until the guitar comes in. Here it comes. Here it comes. Wah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's a great song. That is the band Focus and the song Hocus Pocus.
Focus go pocus by focus.
Yeah.
We didn't call it, we called it Huckus.
Oh, did you?
We call it Huckus Puckus by Focus.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, that's the way to go when you're a sophomore in high school. That's the way to go.
Dutch rock band, right?
I think they are Dutch, yeah, now that you're saying that.
I do not consider that diddling.
That's more yodeling?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And there's a part in there, I think, where the drummer plays on the neck of the guitar. There's in a percussion. They tune the guitar somehow, and it's like, what the hell is that?
I was just going to turn and ask Ace that, then I realized that's not Ace.
Well, let's not focus on him not being here.
Okay.
Let's focus on.
I'm not kidding him. I'm just so used to going 30 degrees left and seeing Ace. Once again, Ace broke his leg yesterday, tripping over his cat. Quite a serious break. He had to have surgery. He'll be out a day or two, it would appear. I would encourage him to take a couple weeks off, but knowing Ace, that won't happen. Anyways, we certainly wish him the best.
Focus have any other hits?
I don't think so.
I think they are in a one-hit wonder.
The only Dutch rock band I can think of would be the guys that had a couple great songs. They had Twilight Zone and
right. Golden
Radar Love.
Yeah, that's the one. Radar Love. Yeah, Golden Earring.
Great.
Yeah, terrific band.
Very good.
But I don't know if Focus or wait a minute, is the band is Focus and the song is Hocus Pocus?
Yes.
It's kind of confusing.
Or Huckus Pockus.
Okay. It's like the word. It's like the word is there's fracas, and then ruckus.
Right.
But there's no portman. Was it a portmanteau? What is that when you put them together?
Yep.
So fracas wouldn't be a word.
Rumpus. What's the rumpus? Rumpus is
brouhaha.
the word.
Yeah.
Brouhaha.
Okay. Did you have a letter over there?
Good morning, windbags. Oh, hey, Chrissy. As a youper.
Oh, there you go, Tom.
I take issue with Tom's assertion. Get comfortable. I'm sure Tom didn't say this, and he'll make it clear. Tom's assertion on Friday that Beaver Island is the largest island in the Great Lakes.
Inhabited, I think, is the question. What is it? Are they going to say Isle Royale?
Beaver Island is just shy of 56 square miles. Isle Royale, far superior, 206 square miles.
I think the criteria was inhabited. And I have been to both islands.
Of course you have.
Yes.
I encountered a moose
Of course you have.
on Isle Royale. And you know something, Josh?
What's that?
They're much bigger than I thought.
Tall.
When you're walking down a path and you look up, oh, there's a gigantic moose standing in front of me.
Did you take your Chris Craft to the islands?
No, sailboat.
You backpacked across the island.
Oh, no, to Isle Royale. I'm sorry. We took a ferry boat. Sailed to Beaver Island.
A ferry boat?
Yeah, it's great. In any event, we had this in the news for a couple reasons, but they now, the Shinola people, which people think I'm lying about this. You're aware of this, right?
I sent you the email.
But I
have a Shinola bag. Yes, I love Shinola.
Shinola is a watch company now. Used to be wasn't it a shoe shine cream or something?
They have many things. They have watches and
but
clothing and
they now have
luggage.
a special tribute watch to that area of the country.
And they have jewelry.
Petoskey Stone watch.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. But yeah, I'm aware that I just was reading an article about Beaver Island. And
I thought they'd be prettier.
They're not, huh?
They're not that pretty, Petoskey stones. They're kind of a amber color.
That's what I got you for your birthday. Have to take it back.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think
he just found one by the lake. He hasn't polished it or anything.
Oh, of course.
He's going to give it to you wrapped up.
and
you ever have a rock polisher as a kid? One of those little things?
No, I was a woodworker like Tom.
Oh, okay.
Now, we have more letters.
And on the subject of lakes in the Midwest, Mike's not finished. You should know that every one of Minnesota's 10,000 lakes was created by Paul Bunyan.
Oh.
Repeatedly being knocked on his ass by Chuck Norris.
God.
You snuck one in, huh?
I like that very much.
I know you do. That's
great.
from Mike Youper.
Here's something interesting.
All right.
This comes to us from Tex.
Isn't that the name of your penis? Isn't that right?
Did you once call your penis Tex?
Yes.
I did
That's
not.
what he told
That's
us.
what you told
That's
us.
what
I
he
did not
said.
name it.
Did
somebody named it
else.
Tex?
Yes.
Really?
Did Joanne name it?
Far too modest. No.
It sounds like Joanne named it, and I know her last name. I'm editing. Or is she dead? Is she dead?
Wow.
I'm just asking. Can I
I
have a
too would like to know if she's dead.
She is not, and she has never encountered Tex in any form.
All right.
Who named your penis
I don't even know who
Tex?
this person is.
College girlfriend?
No, she was his
lived
neighbor.
A gentleman would never discuss such matters.
She lived across the street,
Yeah.
got over the waistband.
Okay, this is.
Yeah.
This comes to us from Tex.
Are we
Tex,
gonna
I
stay
apologize.
here and give candy away, or you could.
All right, could you shut up?
Diddle my hang down.
Once again, Tex writes, I live in the country outside of Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Nice.
Yeah.
Country? What country would that be?
Out in the country.
Is that, am I going to get through any of this?
Probably not.
I live there 9 months of the year. It's God's country,
Okay.
except for March and April. It's the mud season and the skunk breeding season.
Ah.
They're up and down the creek in front of our house. They spray everywhere to attract each other.
Oh, yeah.
When they start spraying, our dogs go into action and trap them. Oh, this is awful.
Oh.
He said,
Rip their throats
you
out?
can't get rid of the stench. So he traps them and disposes of them.
Disposes of them?
That unfortunate word, euthanize.
No.
The skunks? Yeah.
What?
Euthanize is an odd word.
Why is he
Because
killing the
you're not
skunks?
making them younger. You're making them deader.
Oh.
Oh, George Carlin over here.
He goes,
Now, why do you park in a driveway and drive?
he goes, you trap them. The stench is so strong you can taste it. Yikes. Okay, good to know. Watch out for those skunks.
I think the skunks were there before he was.
Well,
Should leave
doesn't-
them alone.
I don't think so.
All right.
Hey, guys, I loved your guest on Friday. Oh, that was Joe Dombrowski. I have him as a regular. He was very funny. I watched him on YouTube. I've replayed the show 6 times. Got a bunch of letters from people who enjoyed Joe Dombrowski, certainly. Now, you got a letter over there, Chick McGee?
Hello, long time listener, first time, whatever that is. This is word for word. But I've been curious about a playlist from Tom for a road trip. I know King Charles made a playlist, and you talked about it on the show. But Tom, I would be interested in his playlist. I've been curious as to what that would be for a long road trip. If he could control the radio, iPhone, record player, whatever. Also, I love when all you guys gang up on Tom for his ridiculousness. Well, everything that seems normal for normal people.
You're the one that would be better for a playlist.
No, I think we
What's
have very
yours?
different.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to
we're
sit
asking
down.
about you.
I can't just shout it out. I'd have to sit down and think about it. But I mean, you certainly listen to a lot more music than I do.
I have Chick's playlist. It's amazing.
Keep it to yourself, will you? I think I put it up on somewhere. I know it's up there somewhere.
Well, then maybe you should keep it to yourself.
Search me. Yeah, maybe I did put it. Here we go. Hello, morning show gods and Christy. Sad to hear. I guess gods are guys.
Yeah, goddess.
That's
God.
the implication. Sad to hear of Ace hurting himself. But my question is is the cat okay?
The cat is okay, we think.
Once again, Ace tripped over his cat and severely injured his leg. He had a compound fracture, had to have surgery yesterday afternoon.
And more importantly, isn't this the first time he's ever missed work? Yes.
This is the first time he has ever in more than 40 years missed a day of work.
Where is the cat? Somebody have the cat?
Someone, it's under
We're taking care of.
You got to go feed the cat?
Maybe.
Okay.
Poor guy.
Well, ask him where his key to the house is. That's
what?
No idea.
He doesn't know where his key is?
No idea.
Oh, he has a garage door opener?
At last check, we don't know how we're going to get in there, but we're going to get in there.
You know, I don't.
This is getting weirder.
I know, it's Ace. What
I don't use a key to get in the house.
I don't either, but
I clap right in.
Oh, a clapper?
Clapper right on the line there. I've never heard of it being used that way.
That's cool as all get out.
It is cool.
That's a new feature in my apartment.
Now, I have a question. So could anyone just go?
No, it's got to be.
It knows your clap?
Yeah, you got to do it.
Certain frequency.
It's like Alexa and all that.
We're probably not that far away from that technology.
You're right.
Or you could have, it would recognize your clap. That would be fascinating.
Wouldn't that be convenient? Oh.
Do they have the, like in the spy movies, the retina scan available for your home?
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah, they'd have to, sure.
Yeah. They got all that stuff. Yeah.
How much is that? What's the price point on that?
That I don't know.
That sounds like a Sky Mall item. I don't know.
Yeah, but the problem with that, I've always thought, is that then someone kills you and takes your eyeball out and walks up and holds it up.
Oh, that's a movie plot for sure.
That was the thing with the fingerprint stuff, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, they'd cut off your thumb and...
Yep.
Wow. Okay, good to know.
Well, don't they do that with the Face ID on your iPhone? They
take your face off?
If you passed out or... You just
Women will
phone
put
up to
their face. Yeah,
okay. On a much lighter note, let's say hi to our friends for opening day at Field of Dreams Whiskey. They're going to be sponsoring a couple of our special shows coming up this week. As they say, step up to the plate with something legendary, Field of Dreams Players Series Bourbon. It's a tribute to the heroes of baseball. Now, this is a limited edition bourbon, as rare as the players who shaped the game. There is a bottle made for every player in the history of professional Major League Baseball. It's brought to you by a group of former big leaders, including Bob and Tom Show favorite Drew Storen. Drew's going to join us starting Thursday. Now, this bourbon is crafted using the corn from the famous cornfield from the movie Field of Dreams in Iowa. It's a special, it's not really a brew, I guess. What would you call it? A special distillation. How about that? And bottled in honor of baseball. Go to drinkfieldofdreams.com/Tom, or maybe you'll find it at a retailer near you. It's going to be available starting this Thursday, opening day for the Reds, for example. Celebrate the legacy of baseball, savor the game, make your opening day unforgettable. Field of Dreams Players Series Bourbon. Go to fieldofdreams.com/Tom for more information. Shipping not available in Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Delaware, Idaho, Michigan, Mississippi, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, and Vermont. Of course, you must be 21. Please drink responsibly. And find out what's going on. We've got bottles of Field of Dreams sitting around the studio here. And once again, special edition of our show coming to you Thursday. We will be honoring the Cincinnati Reds. We'll be at Smoke Justice, the restaurant in Covington, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And then on Friday, we'll be in Glass City, at the Glass City Center in downtown Toledo. Details on those shows coming up. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. Did you get, I mean this in kind of an odd way. I would imagine you probably had a lot of guy groupies, but not like in a traditional group. You know what I mean? In other words, dudes coming up to you.
Rod McEwen.
Guys who want to party with them?
Rod, there's a reason why they call him Rod.
Rod waited for us in Hawaii. We were on our way to Australia, and Rod heard we were coming to, stopping in Hawaii. He waited
At the airport?
He missed it. Yeah, at the airport. He missed his flight to meet us because he thought we were one of them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because of the bits we did. You know?
What I meant was, as Christy, in other words, you guys are like,
clean it up now.
I want to party with these guys.
Party with these guys.
I mean, I imagine that'd kind of be a buzz. Kind of be a burden though after a while.
Oh no, it was all, we just like, oh, I don't think so, man.
We got a lot of bits from these parties. You know, we went to one party very early in our career. I think it was in Rochester.
Yeah.
And this one guy brought he was a blues collector, and he brought his famous never heard before Lightning Hopkins disc, and he had it on the turntable. And very carefully put the needle on there, and he sat down with his eyes closed, and some party guy ripped it out. Threw it on, put another record on. So we used
cool.
that one. Remember that one? That's where we got Earring My Eye from. Hey, that's my record, man.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
Matt Kirshen is with us in the studio, and Matt is from London, England.
That's right. Hello, governor.
I never knew he spoke like that. I had no idea until I came over here.
You talk funny, don't you?
I've been doing it wrong for like over 20 years. Like, hello, how are you? I'm just a friendly chimney sweep. Call blimey, Mary Poppins. Let's have a tea party on the ceiling.
That's right.
The real joy of doing this, by the way, is I could do this impression in front of Americans, and half of you cannot tell the difference between my normal accent and the funny one. I know that because I've done that voice in the middle of gigs, and I can just be there going, hello, how are you? And then I don't get this joke at all. I do not see what he's doing. He says some things in an English accent, and then he says some more things in an English accent. How is this comedy? Please explain to me.
We're talking with Matt Kirshen. He is from London. In the UK. Did you grow up in the city of London?
I grew up in the outskirts of London, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Suburbs, if you will?
Suburbs. Very suburban.
Scotland, yeah.
No, I love the city's name. Hampshire on the Fortnight or something.
What's the name of the town you were in?
I was in Northwood, which is very unimpressive.
Oh, no. Does that go
Watford, then Stanmore.
Is that on the subway or tube line?
It's just on the
like
very edge.
The very
of it.
fringe.
Is it very fringe.
Is it near Sherwood?
It is nowhere near Sherwood. I'm sorry.
Could you please live near someplace we can, fantasize about Sherwood for us?
Have you ever seen Daffy Duck as Robin Hood? Isn't that hilarious?
That's the greatest.
Every day. That's just my life back home.
So did you go into one of those all-boys schools where you have to wear a little suit every day? Or?
Oh, yeah, and you have to play rugby. And,
yeah.
Dude, if you let them keep going, they're going to ask if you know Harry Potter. Defend yourself, sir.
We're doing the bit. We're having different characters read us a joke. Will you do it?
Hell yeah. Boys. Hell yeah. So you just have the ability just to write 1,000 of these?
Well, that's what I do every week on the show.
He's a real magic man, though. All right, here we go. Nah. Bro, these are incredible. I think you've done good here. All right, here we go.
Here, grab that.
from the beautiful brain of Kostaki Kononopoulos, the longest name in comedy.
Biggest name.
Also the biggest name in comedy. It's good to be long and big, they say. So that's great news. Tom Brady really went crazy celebrating his retirement. That's right. Yeah. Heard he had a Bud Light White and half a non-organic avocado. Guy's living dangerously.
Nice.
Thank you for that opportunity.
Nice flourish.
You guys are the best. Cheers to Bob and Tom. Always the Big Brain Central.
Thank you, man. Awesome.
Lux Theater, the Old National Center, Saturday, April 5th. We'll tell you more about winning those tickets. Check Q95.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Pat Godwin. Hello, Josh.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com Sports Desk. Hello, Tom.
Well, let's check in with things at the Sports Desk. What's going on over there?
Let's do it. Derek Queen. God bless the Queen. That's what Maryland basketball fans are saying this morning. He banked in a fadeaway jumper at the buzzer, and Maryland advanced to the Sweet 16. A thriller, beating Colorado State 72-71. They call the Maryland basketball team the Crab Five.
Oh.
Huh? You know, like the Beatles were the Fab Four, and then the Michigan freshmen were the Fab Five.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Crab
That's
Five
great.
because of Maryland.
Yeah, they have crabs there.
Okay. I had high hopes for that.
Oh, I like that very much.
Okay. Walter Clayton Jr., great guy. You know who I can't stand? Walter Clayton Sr.
Tough man.
Tough guy.
Tough as nails.
He's tough, but he's fair. He raised a fine son. Florida ended UConn's pursuit of a third straight national, the Natty. Clayton, 2 key three-pointers in the final 3 minutes, 77-75 win over the top seed Gators. And Danny Hurley, the head coach of UConn, left the court screaming about the refs and telling Florida, I hope they don't F you like they F'd us.
Ooh.
Oh.
Plain as the...
sportsmanship.
Audio. Yeah.
Sore loser.
Well, yeah. No correct brackets. Every bracket has been busted, Tom. You did not fill out a bracket, did you?
I did not.
Who do you have left? You have Auburn, right? I know Auburn is still in it.
Auburn, Maryland, Tennessee.
I think they're all three.
We have a pick them out of a hat bracket going on here in the building.
And now we need some I forgot to ask Hoffy, intro music for Tom, sports just for Tom. Dun da da da. Okay, ready? Lindsey Vonn.
Oh, great! The great skier
concluded her comeback season at age 40, a second-place finish in the World Cup Super G Sunday. That was won by Swiss racer Lara Barami.
Mm-hmm.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes. And you remember Lindsey Vonn? Do you remember Vaughn Monroe? That's right. That's Vaughn.
I didn't hear him.
What happened?
I don't know. It stops after 4 seconds. I don't know what happened.
Short song.
But it was a hit.
It was a It was a huge
You couldn't
hit.
get away from that song, man.
Wow. People were singing.
They walked around going, it was stuck in your head all day.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Lindsey Vonn spells it VONN.
So she got married during her brief retirement to Vaughn Monroe.
Yeah. Oh.
And he took her name, so now he's Vaughn Vaughn.
Is this his biggest hit? Hang on a second.
Super Vaughn,
Here we go.
Vaughn.
Mike Doty.
What was that sound? What is that?
What are you doing?
That's two things playing at once.
Oh, that's good.
How is that possible?
Two things playing at once,
Yeah,
and I
that
hit
was
one
for
button.
sure.
I don't know.
That wasn't what he meant to do with it.
Vaughn Monroe's a mess. Here we go. Listen to his voice.
Oh my God.
That's right. Yippee-yi-yay. Yippee, yip, yip. Oh, yippee-yi-yay.
A lot of reverb.
Yeah. What does he have? The fellas must be out in the parking lot.
They're ghosts.
This is good.
A great song.
Yeah.
That's great. That's Vaughn Monroe. I was not aware
love that kind of stuff.
That was his hit, huh?
Yeah. Vaughn Monroe. That's right.
Okay, very good. Anytime you can tie skiing into Vaughn Monroe.
Well, good on Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah.
Second place, yeah.
40 years old. She broke her leg. And
She had a horrible injury, I thought.
Yeah.
And that's incredibly dangerous.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I know.
sport.
To ski. And then she has to buy her lift tickets for all those.
Oh, yeah, that gets pricey.
Yeah, that's a real bitch. When you
Save all those receipts.
Lift tickets. So, Ace.
All those tickets on her jacket keep flapping into her face.
Yeah.
For those that ski, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. For those that ski.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. For those that ski.
3 people in our audience.
Tuesday's first game of the Tokyo series between the Cubs and the Dodgers averaged more than 25 million viewers in Japan, according to Major League Baseball, making it the most watched Major League Baseball in Japan's history. The audience for the Dodgers' 4-1 win over the Cubs surpassed 18.7 million viewers who tuned in for the first game of last year's Seoul series in South Korea.
Seoul series.
Scared me. Sad news in the sports world over the weekend.
Yeah.
One of the heroes from my childhood, George Foreman, has passed away. His family announced his death on social media. He was 76. He was from Texas. George started his boxing career an Olympic gold medalist, holding that little flag with his, there in the middle of the ring. In his 20s, he became the heavyweight champion of the world, only to lose his title to Muhammad Ali in one of the most memorable fights in boxing history. At 45 years old, George became the oldest man to win the heavyweight championship. He fought only 4 more times, finishing 76-5 with 68 knockouts. He moved on, of course, as a pitchman, a businessman, and every now and then he would act. He is best known, of course, for the George Foreman Grill, which launched the same year as his victory over Michael Moorer.
It's
sold 100 million units. He's said to have made close to $200 million on the George Foreman Grill.
And in honor of that, I don't know if you saw it, they're going to present the casket at a 30-degree angle.
Less fat.
So
With a drip tray.
with a big tray under.
That's a nice image.
By the way, I do know this for sure. He's survived by his sons, George.
How many? 8?
George.
Well, that's a form of child abuse, huh?
Yes.
Come on.
Now, am I correct in saying that you, Pat Godwin, are a George Foreman grill guy?
That's what I use to cook Jimmy's ribeyes. And
Is that right?
This is odd. My George Foreman grill died on Friday.
Oh.
It crapped out.
I wish I'd known that. I had one I just gave away.
What? You can have mine, Pat. I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, I used
And it works
I
real well.
just gave mine
That's
away.
what I use for Jimmy, yeah.
If I had known.
Chick, do you remember who turned it down?
I want to say Holyfield. One of the other boxers.
The company that made it offered it to other people before George Foreman said he'd do it.
Right.
And whoever said no lost out on millions and millions of dollars.
The old hindsight.
Might have been the George Foreman blender. I don't know if you remember that or not. But that was
a thing?
Really? That would make sense though.
They had mix on the the Joe Frazier blender. They had mix.
Joe Frazier blender.
What did I say?
George Foreman.
George
blender.
Foreman. I meant Joe Frazier.
Oh, I see.
And they mix, purify, and left hook.
Oh, wow.
left hook. He had a great left hook. Boxing fans are laughing right now. They're having more sports coming up, including a world record and spit coming up in sports. How important is spit in sports?
Well, I think we're going to find out.
Spit in sports is special.
Coming up this Thursday, the show will come to you live from Cincinnati. We've got a very special T-shirt charity thing we put together. Same for Toledo.
And we have a letter from Cincinnati inviting us to festivities. We'll go over that when we come back.
Okay, great. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. You live in New York now.
I live in New York now.
You like the city? Are you in Manhattan, Brooklyn? Where are you?
I was in Harlem for a very long time, and I've been on the Lower East Side for like 4 years now. So I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people talk crap about New York around the country. Sometimes we're kind of like I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I was in this taxi, and he asked me where I was from. I said New York. And I mean, he gasped so loud it almost startled the horse. And he was like, I hear New York is filled with crime. And I was like, I've heard about Chattanooga. Nothing. When my agent said I had a gig in Chattanooga, I Googled what country is Chattanooga in, and then I fired my agent.
And you're also an actor. We didn't really talk much about that, but
I know no one's talking about it these days.
You said you just did something. I didn't. What was it again?
Well, I had an audition many years ago for Game of Thrones, and I remember I walked in the room. I was ready to go. And the director said to me, first, we need to see you in your underwear. Which is not what I was expecting, so I put my underwear back on. I've been an actor, I mean, longer than I've been a comedian. I've shared the stage with some people who have gone on to become huge real estate agents. I had one small part in Law and Order. I played Ice-T's waiter.
Oh.
And to prepare for the role, I actually became a waiter for 12 years.
You're a method.
Yeah, very method. I'm the Daniel Day-Lewis of Applebee's.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom and Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Hey,
Steven, how did you make your living, Steven?
I made my living in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For the last 20 years, I've been a cop. I understand Christy Lee is having some second thoughts about moving.
No, she already moved.
A lot of people don't know, but for 5 of the last 20 years, I've also been a real estate broker.
Really?
We had no idea. I love open houses, man. Sunday, I show up, meet the owners and say, you get out the car! You get on the ground! Yeah, it's crazy what happened.
Steven Seagal!
Yeah.
You Steven Seagal!
Yeah, I get that a lot, man.
And then you Steven Seagal!
Yeah. Hey, back up, man.
I said,
I made my living in the movies.
Every time my ass whooped by Steven Seagal.
For the last 2 seconds, I've been a bitch slapper. Steven Seagal. No, man.
Wow, you have sound effects and everything, huh, Steven? Well, Christopher Walken.
The tribute to Christopher Walken.
Marsupial's dog.
Designed by one of your fans.
Indeed. Beautiful.
Christopher Walken, one of your main men.
Oh, yes, please. Every morning is good. When you're him. Celebrated a birthday this past week. Feel younger. Not sure how. Must be booze.
Could be.
Because it ain't the vegetables. I can tell you that.
And you met Christopher Walken long after you developed the impression,
Didn't you do the
right?
whole star ceremony with him on Hollywood Boulevard?
Bigger. He had his hands and feet and signature in the imprint of cement in front of the Chinese theater there.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah, and they asked me to be one of the 2 speakers at this thing, and I'd never met him. And I was honored, and yet I couldn't help think, how far down the list did they have to go? Before you pick the guy
down to the P's
who impersonates you, right? In fact, deep into the P's.
That's way over half the alphabet, I think. Isn't it? Yeah,
I believe it is. We got to D. De Niro. Can't make it.
So I show up to that thing, and they take me inside the theater where they had him before the ceremony out front, and I see him in the flesh for the first time, and he looks over and sees me, and he goes, "Hi! They told me you were coming. Thanks." And I'm thinking, he's doing the voice.
That's the best I've ever heard.
It's way better than mine.
He's nailing it.
Yeah. But I did see him coming out of a party not too long ago in Los Angeles. I don't know if I told you guys this. When I was walking out of this house, they're standing at the end of the driveway alone. Was Christopher Walken. I hadn't seen him inside the party, but here he is, looking completely lost. I'm not sure why I was surprised at that. But so I told him to say, "Hey, Chris, everything right?" Stranded.
Stranded.
I've been searching for over an hour for the bastards who brought me. It's clear to me now. They're gone.
Oh, my God.
And my first thought is, who would ditch Christopher Walken?
Yeah, no kidding.
Who brings him to a party and says, he's at the bar, let's go?
They ditched him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So your number one preset on that iHeartRadio app, download it, it's free, and it's always a cool way to win tickets.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hey, chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
What an incredible shirt.
This is a shirt that Josh gave me.
It's really
nice shirt.
I would not have given that away, Joshy.
It fit me oddly or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Was it too small in the crotchular area?
It may have been.
I'm large.
Shirts do that.
There's Jess Hooker. Hi there. Oh, you've got the Bob and Tom zip-up on that you can find at thebobandtom.com.
No, you can't. It was a limited time edition.
Limited time? Okay.
Not available anymore.
Start
at the search eBay for one.
There's other things now in the pop-up shop.
There are.
Yeah.
T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, our T-shirts are up.
There you go.
Oh, and do we have samples of the ones we'll be selling for charity this weekend?
I get them tomorrow.
Okay, good.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
I'm Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. Hello, Tom. We have another letter.
Before we get to that, we have a thing we have to clarify here.
Oh.
Sadly, the great boxer George Foreman died over the weekend. You were correct. I've been doing a little bit reading about this. It's estimated he made at least $200 million on the George Foreman grill.
Far and away more than he ever made in boxing.
And it is disputed as to whether or not others turned it down. The sort of legend is that Hulk Hogan turned it down.
That's what I thought.
But there's a bunch of different stories that he's told over the years, so who's to say? But George Foreman didn't invent this thing. It was just they presented it to him, and he would later say he became more recognized for that than for his boxing career. But $200 million is the estimate.
God bless that device. It got me through college.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was a good device.
Yeah.
This article says nearly everyone owns one.
No kidding?
Yeah. They've sold a couple 100 million of them.
I do not own.
It was invented
Never bought one.
Invented by a guy in Batavia, Illinois.
It was effective.
Yeah.
Bravo to those guys. We have a quick letter over here.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking a lot about driver's ed, and we have.
Did you have a sports coach teach you driver's ed in high school?
I did. Mr. Thayer, he was my 5th grade teacher, and then he was girls basketball coach and softball coach and all kinds of things, and then he was my driver's ed instructor.
And I say, God bless these guys.
Oh, he's amazing. Great dude.
Teaching driver's ed is impossible. But this is from Kevin in Idaho.
Damn kids.
Raised on a rural farm, population of his town 318.
Nice.
Man.
Real nice. Salute.
Graduating class 21 people.
Oh,
so for driver's ed, what's interesting about this is biology/phys ed teacher was also the driving instructor. They had to learn on both an automatic and a manual transmission.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Did they have to learn on a tractor too? That would be cool.
They probably already knew that, I'm guessing.
What about a 4-wheeler? How about a dirt bike?
He goes, I don't take questions during the letters.
Okay.
We had to drive 50 miles on 2-lane roads just to get to an interstate so we could learn how to experience interstate traffic.
Oh, man.
In our town, there was no parallel parking, so he had to set up a fake one.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was all angle parking, and I love angle parking. Pull up in front of the store. Oh, that's the best.
No, flasher parking. That's the best. Turn the flashers on, pull right up on the sidewalk in front of the store, run in.
But thank you very much, Kevin. And I believe that, is that the hotline ringing?
I think it might be.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody there?
Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, barely.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Speak up.
Hold on. This is Ed Septic Plumbing Supply and Driving School.
Oh.
Is that right?
Driver's ed
Hold
septic.
on. Is it too loud? Let me roll my window up.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, I'm the perfect driver's ed teacher.
Really?
Oh, really?
I've taken quarter defensive driving class over 22 times.
Wow.
It's first day of driver's ed. We just went through the White Castle drive-thru. We're tooled around in my 89 ash brown Ford Probe.
Lovely.
Hold on. No, the open container only. It's only for the driver, not the passenger. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you, Ed.
Hold on, Bob and Tom.
Yeah, holding on.
Now, what you're going to want to do, Gina, you're going to want it. Wait, it's Gina? Well, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cruel of your parents. Well, the reason they're honking is because you're doing 12 and they're doing 70. Well, honk back.
Oh, yeah, they're mad.
Hold on a second. I got to roll down my window again, Bob and Tom.
Okay.
Hey, she's a girl. She's doing the best she can.
Oh, wait a minute.
Give her a break.
Yep.
Now, Gina, you're going to want to speed up a little bit more. Now, speed up a little bit. Nope, that's a little too fast. You're good. That's a.
Uh-oh. Ed?
Okay.
Ed! Oh, no, Ed!
Oh my gosh, there's crave case everywhere.
Okay.
Oh, now I
Thanks,
won't
Ed. Okay. I'm sorry. You had a letter over there. I'm sorry. I interrupted.
Dear Bob and Tom, you were talking about Tom's nickname for his penis.
No, I wasn't.
It was
What?
Tex.
Tex.
You remember this.
No.
Yes.
I did not bring. I have nothing to do with this. I did not bring this.
And he
He's so
contends that he doesn't remember who, but he's sure someone gave you that.
No, I remember exactly. I'm not. Was not discussing it.
You remember who did it, but you're not going to discuss.
Yes.
Well, a letter writer Brian has a theory. Do you think it might have been Paula that named Tom's penis Tex when he was getting too big to give him a shower? Oh my goodness! Ask the neighbor, Tommy. You're so big.
I don't think Paula would be aware of the slogan "Everything's bigger in Texas." She was from Stuttgart.
And that was your upstairs maid, or
my heaving bosom.
I wish I could dig up a picture of Paula. You'd be.
Didn't you say she was quite chesty?
Yes, but
a large woman.
Yes, a big gal.
Yeah.
Looked like Raymond Burr
without the beard. Yeah.
Did she have a mustache?
No, she did not.
Okay.
And wasn't it true that at some point you thought she was a spy for the German government?
Absolutely. She would be on the phone with her sister Helga.
speaking the German.
And you know, I'm 5 years old, and I've been watching all these war movies, and I thought she was plotting. I mean, because the German language it's so sort of guttural and unappealing and scary when you're a little kid.
I don't know what you mean. You know the German word for butterfly. Schmetterling.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm totally serious. I thought Paula was a spy. I wasn't quite clear on the fact that the war was over. I've reformed. I'm a big fan of German automobiles and other delights.
Good movie out there called Eye of the Needle about a spy with Donald Sutherland. It's quite old. Go ahead. It's 70s, I think. We have news from the world of cricket.
Cricket?
Cricket's governing body will once again allow cricket bowlers to shine cricket balls with saliva.
Oh, I see.
You ever shine any balls with saliva?
I have not.
At the bus station.
I'm trying to think if I've ever had my balls shined by saliva. I don't think I have.
Oh, my God. Wait.
It's fantastic.
I remember.
It is pretty good.
I remember.
It's a necessity.
At one point.
Is this.
This was said at one point. You pee out of that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you don't want anything to do with that.
Why don't we just leave this right there before we expand to other?
Yeah. Well,
luckily it was illegal entanglement, so I could get out.
You poop out of what I just messed up.
Now, John.
There you go, Tom. How about that?
That's exactly what I was trying to avoid.
Anyway, according to the BBC, saliva and sweat are used to polish one side of the ball in order to make it swing in the air.
So this is the equivalent of a spitball in
However, a
baseball.
temporary saliva ban was introduced in May of 2020 during the pandemic.
Oh.
I see.
With use of sweat still permitted. The ICC, that's very clear to them. ICC. The International Cricket Council made the ban permanent in September 22, but decided to reverse it this week for the upcoming Indian Premier League, which is a big damn deal.
Huge, I would imagine.
Yeah, millions of fans.
Huge
so
deal.
it is now permissible to spit on your balls.
Cricket balls.
Cricket balls.
Yeah, cricket balls. Oh, here comes little cricket balls.
Doesn't that sound like one of those fraternity pledge nights?
Is a cricket ball as big as like a softball?
No.
Would you say? No? How big is it?
It's a little bigger than a baseball, but it's wood,
Oh,
right?
okay.
I'm under the impression it's like solid wood or something.
I don't know.
They seem like those yard bowling kind of.
Yeah.
Like hickory or something.
And small, they do seem solid. But
And can't the games last forever, essentially?
I don't. You could fill the warehouses with what I don't know about cricket.
Yeah.
Very popular. Anyways.
Real quick.
Permission to spit on my balls. Go ahead.
A song from Vaughn Monroe. I hate you.
I'm sewing my skin suit.
It puts the lotion on or it gets the hose.
Mother never hugged me.
Thank you very much. And you're playing that again because
Was she a great big fat person?
in honor of Lindsey Vaughn.
Lindsey Vaughn Monroe.
Was she about a size 14?
Well, size 14. Loose skin. I'm making a skin.
Does the do you know in cricket does the pitcher spit on the balls?
The bowler? I think the bowler does spit on the ball. I don't know, Tom. Honestly, I don't know.
Whoever is heaving it would.
I would think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they don't have a guy
No.
on the sidelines
No, they don't have a fluff.
spitting like the way they. Well, I mean, they have people. That's
Well, no. If you as the batter, this is one thing I do know about cricket.
Okay.
As the batter, if you can spit on the ball as it goes by,
Okay.
that's known as a cranking.
Yes.
And, that counts.
He's awarded one cranking for
That's 2 points.
Now, in
They're
the
apparently heavier and harder than a baseball.
in the movie Spinal Tap, of course, the one guy carries around a cricket bat all the time.
Cricket
And
bats
that's
are
based
pricey.
on I think the actual manager of Led Zeppelin did that, right?
Peter, whatever.
Just carried it around.
Ustinov. Yeah.
It's, Peter Ustinov, of course.
Indeed.
Who doesn't know that? That reminds me, if you're watching cricket and you want to make sure that no one's bothering you, you want to have Simply Safe. Tell me more, chick.
Peace of mind, Tom. That's what it's all about. We have peace of mind here in the Bob and Tom studios. We have Simply Safe security system and the cameras installed right here at the Bob and Tom studios. Traditional security systems only take action after somebody's already broken in. That is too late. Simply Safe's Active Guard outdoor protection helps prevent break-ins before they happen. AI-powered cameras backed by live professional monitoring agents monitor your property and detect suspicious activity. If somebody's lurking around or acting suspiciously, agents see and talk to them in real time, can turn on spotlights and even contact the police all before they have a chance to get inside your home. No long-term contracts or cancellation fees, and plans start affordably at around $1 a day. 60 days satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. And visit simplysafetom.com today, and you can claim 50% off a new system and your first month free of professional monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chigby. Coming up later this morning, we're going to talk with Tom Green. I think Tom's going to be in the studio. Is that right?
Yeah, he's coming in.
A comedian, actor, et cetera, a guy that kind of revolutionized comedy. I think the guys from Jackass owe him a couple royalty checks. That's all coming up. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
People, here's what people don't understand
go
about
on.
the Bob and Tom Show. I get to be the official greeter of our guests.
Great.
And I believe we do have a guest waiting in the green room.
Sure.
And I would like to greet officially our guest,
Jim Gaffigan.
Hi, how are you, Christy Lee?
How are you?
I'm good.
It's so nice
It is
to
great
see
to be
you.
here.
Not set up or anything.
Do you know
Wow, are you
that-
on you got your own reality show?
I do. It's called Nobody Really Cares What Christy Lee Does Behind the Scenes, but we're going to show it to him anyway. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you, Jim. It's so good to see you.
Okay, let's move. Let's show people what you eat back here, Christy.
Oh, well, my favorite thing is right over here. This is called chocolate-covered raisins, or I call Nirvana.
Sure. Have a.
And you know what's great is the way that's set up is like there's tons of hands going in there.
Yes.
And so hands are usually covered with feces. So.
And he's absolutely right.
So now you're going to ruin my favorite
Enjoy.
snack in the green room?
The treat. There used to be soup here in the morning. What happened to the soup? There used to be different things.
He retired.
Or does it come at like 9 or
He
something?
retired. So now we have to eat things that look like feces. So that's it.
Or is it kind
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Maria, were you a temp? Did you ever?
I was a temp for a long time, about 7 years, and I was like how they make every job sound like, so crazy, we do things a little differently around here. We're a bit of a nut house. Hold on your hat. It's going to be a wild ride. But it never is. I trained people in at offices, so I was like, oh, the fax machine's a little tricky. Yeah, you got to dial 9 to get out. No, a lot of people try to use the fax machine. They go, oh, it's not working. I said, did you dial 9? Once a week, Rajiv. No, every day we get bagels in the kitchen. Once a week, Rajiv made some mini muffins. That's on a Monday. Guess what that's called? Mini Muffin Monday. I wish offices would be as crazy as they always promise. You get trained in, be like, take me out of your pocket. Hi, I'm Zakynthos, the talking rabbit. I'm in charge of the volcano. Don't worry. You'll be working for Thor. He's always scrabbling through the recycling looking for quartz. He's a dwarf. Nude. Anywho, lunch is from 12 to 1, but there is a wrinkle in time, so just try to get back any time for the quickening. Here are your flippers, your barbecue tongs. If you have any questions, go back to the 5th dimension. I'll be sitting there on my lily pad. My only question is, when do I start?
Yeah.
That is a good job.
Wow.
Man.
I love that. Dial 9 for the fax machine. Remember that. Everybody's crazy. No, they're not. Okay. Thank you. Maria Bamford is with us. Wow, that's brilliant. That's very, very funny.
Did you ever work in an office, Tom? I don't think you have you?
Worked in a restaurant, right?
No. It's an interesting experience. Bob, did you ever work in an office?
Oh, yeah. I've done a little. I have issues with authority, you might have.
I know. That's why I was asking. You know what struck me is it's so quiet.
What, in an office?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Well, you're still, that's if people are actually doing work, yeah.
And I had to work at a bank once when I was at Temp, and I was stunned at how quiet it was.
And people whisper, you know what the saddest place in the world is when you're the temp and it's time for office birthdays and you didn't get the email because you're not on the system yet.
Right.
And you hear the voice of your coworkers rise from the conference room, happy birthday, everybody who had their birthday in the office this month. And if you cup your Curves mug against the conference room door, you can almost hear the happy scraping of plastic fork against paper plate. And later sometimes, somebody comes by your cube and says, oh, there's cake left. Did the temp get any cake? What's her name again? Hey, Maya. If you want any cake, there's cake left.
Nice.
Cake. Temp want cake.
Yeah.
They all want cake.
Maria Bamford is our guest.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin, Christy Lee, Jess Hooker. We're all here. Hello, Tom. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hello, Chick. We coming up, comedian Tom Green will be joining us. We have Chick McGee at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. I will remind you, if you're interested in winning a 4K smart TV, courtesy of orangeinsoles.com, go to bobandtom.com/contest. What have you got over there?
What do I got over here?
Stupid world record.
A group of Georgia men, America, not Russia, Georgia.
Okay.
Have broken the Guinness World Record for playing a continuous basketball game. The game lasted 121 hours and 3 minutes. The men completed their game at 10 a.m. Friday in the gym at Landmark Christian School in Fairburn. 23 players ranged in age from 17 to 64 were required to remain inside the gym for the duration of the attempt, even while they took breaks.
Fun.
Oh, the final score? 13,096 to 12,976.
Damn it, I had the under. Yeah.
I never bet an under on a...
Yeah. That was also, interestingly enough, the score of the last NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
Not a lot of D, you see.
No D at this All-Star game.
It's a long game, you see. Camped out on the sideline. Doesn't say how big the teams were. Does it?
Well, that's 5 on 5.
You can do the math. Yeah,
I would think.
Kind of
23 players, so...
Okay, so the guys are sleeping while their guys are playing.
Yeah.
Sleeping right there courtside. That'd be fun.
Theoretically, they can have four teams of 5 each with three fill-ins or whenever.
Sounds like fun. And just in time to celebrate basketball with NCAA men's college basketball, and there are no brackets that have been
No brackets are perfect.
Intact.
maybe some private brackets
any longer. You think? Oh, maybe so.
Who's to say?
You're right. Who do we got here? Thursday, Duke in Arizona. BYU.
I'm sorry, who in Arizona?
Duke. Thank you, Josh.
Sure.
Is that my horsey?
No, thank you.
BYU and Alabama. Also on Thursday, Florida and Maryland, Texas Tech and Arkansas. Then Friday, Auburn and Michigan, Ole Miss and Michigan State, And then also on Friday, Houston and Purdue, and Kentucky and Tennessee.
Tom has 3 teams still in.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
In the office pool, I still have 3.
What do we got?
Yeah, they're all like 1 seeds.
And
Auburn, Maryland, and Tennessee.
the South Regional's in Atlanta, the East Regional's in Newark, New Jersey, the West Regional is in San Francisco, and the Midwest Regional's in Indianapolis.
It makes sense. Tom has 3 teams. We've always known he has strong seeds.
Oh, that's
That's very good. Very good. Thank you, Josh.
Potent.
That text can deliver.
That was a joke from Josh.
Is that from a gal back in college?
Would you stop with this?
I want to know.
He's not going to tell you.
No, he's not going to.
I don't think mine's ever been nicknamed.
Really?
Yeah. Any other guys have a?
I can't remember. In all seriousness,
talking wieners
I don't think mine's ever.
Would you like us to give it one? We could have a little competition. Would we have to see it?
I've got one.
Don't say little competition.
How about this? The Cranker. How about that?
Here comes the Cranker.
There's the Cranker.
Pat?
No?
Back in college, a gal had a name. Tommy's male sex. She said it stretched from Houston to El Paso, and she called his penis Tex. As big as Texas, said one of his exes. She called his penis Tex. Isn't that beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
Show it to you. I just whipped that up. I whipped it up. For you.
Now, let me ask the ladies. Have you ever encountered a gentleman that either provided it with a nickname or you felt compelled to give it a little nickname or a big nickname? This can be a yes or no. You don't have to do a follow-through.
We all know that this is a yes for me, and I don't really want to go back to that.
There was a guy in college that kind of got around our house, slept with a couple of my roommates, and the girl said that it looked so dignified that they named it Fitzgerald.
Dignified.
It was dignified. They said it was like, it looked mature and dignified, like it wasn't just a penis. It was like... It was like it had an entity.
Did it have like gray around the temples?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I was like, was it
Did it wear a monocle?
Oxford? Yeah, like I was like, I don't know.
Did it wear tortoiseshell glasses and a little tweed elbow patch halfway up?
Why isn't there more of that? Why don't?
What do you mean?
Guys dress up their penis like that with a little, like Barbie doll or Ken.
What?
Because typically that is not
put a little, Ken clothes on it.
You can start your own company.
This is no
dresses.
Take pictures of it.
Well, this is no time for levity.
And the best part would be that you don't really know it's a penis dressed up until you get really close.
Yeah, you have to really look.
You got to really look. Oh my God, that's a penis under that hat. Stuff like that.
Who was that masked man? That was a penis. I'm dressing mine up like.
Oh, you think it'd be fun? Yeah. Let's dress them up later and send pictures to each other. All right.
I want to see one in a top hat.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
Where are you going to get a little baby top hat?
I bet Ken comes with a little baby. I know.
Yeah,
I
that's
come
the thing.
with
We're gonna have to buy Ken
Nice clothes, yeah.
Or G.I. Joe could put a little army hat.
I imagine this has been done. I imagine that there.
You think?
By somebody, sure, but I don't know if there's like a calendar out there.
Like they do have a calendar where wasn't the cats dress up as famous movies.
Isn't that show
or dogs?
Isn't that show still in Vegas? Where the two guys.
Three of the penis?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, the penis players.
But I
don't think they dressed them up.
No, they just stretched them out.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna need to I want like a red curtain, and I want to see those things.
Well, they have kits for finger puppets.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm Abe Lincoln.
Well, I would hope you'd.
Need something more than that.
Need the one for the thumb at least.
Oh, here you go.
Well, look at that.
See, this is like the
Chick
Hemingway.
has a Hemingway finger puppet, and there's a sweater on it. You could maybe remove the sweater and just,
Well, or keep the sweater.
Just crank it down around your wire there.
Just
give him
crank
some
it down.
face. Yeah.
Put a face on top of it.
If you're just joining us, no. If you're just joining us, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Chick McGee is at the Orange Insoles Sports Desk.
I think that your idea has already been taken.
I'm assuming you have a dressed up penis over
Yes,
it's a cucumber.
It's a cucumber, but they used
It looks
a
like a
cucumber.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yes, it does. That's one of the costumes that you can get.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So these are costumes you can buy.
You get Superman. Yeah.
Now imagine you can't get like
A pirate?
Uh-oh.
Careful, Josh.
I like the I don't know what the bandito or whatever because he has a mustache.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
There's a Ready Whip container, I guess, if you...
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's I see.
Yeah, I
So
guess
then when you,
I got it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move on. Is that sports?
well, Tom's getting too turned on.
Unless you want to hear some more.
There's no way Tom wants to hear more.
You got to stop that.
He's not happy with that.
I'm going to explain how radio works next break for you guys.
You mean YouTube?
No. Christy Lee is across the way. You can see her over there at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
A new gelato debuted in Rome to celebrate Pope Francis's release from the hospital.
Oh, is it a week?
The flavor's dubbed Hallelujah, chick.
Oh, okay.
And being sold in open-air kiosks in the Piazza Risorgimento. It is a combination of roasted hazelnuts and pure chocolate.
Don't you
Ooh,
love
sounds
it when
wonderful.
she speaks Italian?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It was a master gelato maker, Vincenzo. Okay. Squatrito.
I believe that's vagina.
Squatterato?
Squatrito.
Winning entry in a European gelato contest. Its name was conceived to celebrate the Catholic Church's Holy Jubilee year.
Well,
Hallelujah quickly became a way to commemorate the 88-year-old pontiff's
You'd
discharge
think they'd
from the
try to
hospital.
stay away from anything with Holy Jew in it, the Catholic Church. Don't you think?
What?
Holy
Jubilee. Jubilee is what he said there, chick. It wasn't,
holy.
Wow. It's J-U.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've lost track. What is it actually called now?
Hallelujah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I love gelato.
Who doesn't?
I'd rather have ice cream.
Yeah, me too.
Me three.
You can keep your gelato. In fact, I'd rather have ice cream and then pudding, and then I think gelato is like 6.
Way down the road.
Really?
I'd rather have a cookie than
I'd rather have
gelato.
a sherbet.
Or sorbet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vincenzo.
Stuff your gelato in a sack.
In case you didn't hear, the Pope was released from the hospital after.
That's why they're
5 weeks,
celebrating.
and that's why
I just think we're lucky Ben and Jerry's didn't name it because it would have had something cutesy like Snap Crackle Pope, something along those lines.
I like that very much.
Do they? You know what I always
Snap, Crackle Pope.
Wait a minute. What is sometimes you go to a baseball game and they'll serve the ice cream in a helmet.
Oh, yeah, mini batting helmet.
Here we go.
Well, think about it. How would you like one of those?
You could get a miter coat.
High Pope hats, the miter hat.
I'd hold like a gallon.
I was going to say, that'd be great. You flip it over. I've got 2 gallons of this delicious Hallelujah ice cream.
The show was approached about an ice cream flavor if we had our own.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah. I don't mean to workshop it on the air, but if we had a flavor, what would be in it?
Well, like, wow.
Bunch of nuts, right?
Mixed nuts.
That would be...
Maybe a coffee flavor?
No, chocolate,
Right,
peanut butter, caramel.
Not the chick flavor. Not the chick flavor.
We'd have to give it a clever name.
Biscoff.
Yes.
This is going to take some thought. We'll have to workshop this off the air.
Okay.
Bob and Tom
Leave me out
Mania.
of it.
Isn't that?
I can't believe I'm the only one that likes gelato.
I like gelato.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, if I was in Italy, I'd get some.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
When in Rome.
Hilarious.
And there's a religiosity, I guess, a religious aspect, if you will, to it.
Do gelato?
What do you mean?
Every time I eat ice cream or gelato, I thank the Lord. This is a reason for living. Oh, it's.
When's the last time you had ice cream?
I would think that'd be a weekly treat for you.
Let's see. Last week, because the birthday party had it with my chocolate cake.
Oh, very nice.
You go to McDonald's a lot, though, and get the cone, don't you?
I love those McDonald's cones.
Yeah.
They're very good.
You don't have them anymore, though.
Sure, I do.
Thin now.
No, you could have them. McDonald's cones, not a lot of calories.
200 calories. They're not bad.
They're very, that's one of the few things I'll do at McDonald's other than the fish sandwich and the French fries.
Treat yourself.
And the iced tea, which is also excellent.
It is.
It is
McDonald's
good.
has great tea.
They have terrific tea. There's a restaurant I go to all the time, which just changed hands. I'm hoping the new owners get rid of the crappy iced tea they have and get a decent tea. But
I'm sure you've told them about it.
Oh, every time I get it.
Didn't you almost put Cheesecake Factory out of business because your squabble about their iced tea?
It's flavored.
And I'm not big on large federal government, but I do think that flavored tea should be illegal.
Yeah, it was raspberry.
No, they would go, I'd like the iced tea, please. Oh, it's raspberry today. I just want the plain tea. We don't have plain tea. They do now.
They do.
They wised up, I think.
I like my hot tea to have flavor sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there.
Lemon ginger.
I love a mango tea.
Yeah,
What's wrong
that
with
can be real good. But even iced.
Cold iced mango tea.
All right.
Don't force this down my throat. I want regular.
Late night decaf, yeah. A little cinnamon.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, sure, peppermint.
Really?
Settle the tummy.
Well, then you girls can all get in your jammies and gossip.
We
You're
had
not
tea
kidding.
last
I
night.
am an old lady when it comes to hot tea at night.
I do too. We had it last night.
I'm going to have my sleepy time vanilla.
Sleepy time tea.
I see you in one
Little
of those
chamomile.
long flowing grandma gowns, long sleeve with a little bow under the neck, and you're having your tea.
This weekend, I had a blanket on my lap, a hot tea, the fireplace, and a book. I was a widow.
Nice.
That sounds
Widower?
I kind of lived the life of a widow.
That sounds wonderful.
Oh, who lives there? Oh, Widow Arnold. That's her.
A blanket on your lap?
Oh, yeah. I was
What's
really
wrong with that?
Really FDRing it up.
I've got like 9 blankets
Oh,
that
we
I
can't
can
watch
grab
TV.
at a moment's notice.
Sure.
Wow.
Absolutely.
What was the book you were reading?
Oh, man. It's...
Later Chatterley's Leather?
No. This was
it a niacin?
This is a deep nerd book. It's called How to Write a Sentence. And it's very...
Is that right?
Very academic.
Really? Right. So that doesn't have sentences like "take off your clothes, toots." Period.
Toots.
Not really. There is a chapter on satire.
Is there a follow-up how to write a paragraph?
No, but I hope so at some point.
Tom, do me a favor later.
Yes.
When you go home, just start dropping toots around for your significant other. Could you do that?
Yeah, great idea.
Hey, Toots. Why not? That'd be
Toots
fun.
is kind of cute.
She might
Laugh. She
She
would
knows
laugh
you're
at that.
teasing. She knows you're a
Hey,
jokester.
Toots, you want
Gets
to...
you.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Toots, you want to make out?
I make her laugh all the time.
Does she make you laugh?
That's the most
Yes.
chilling words ever spoken by a female to me. You're just not funny anymore. Oh, yeah, that happened.
Then you put away the little puppet thing. Well,
I guess I'll put this away.
Well,
Justin Christie said this was going to make you laugh.
no more top hat for me.
I would laugh.
Hey, Toots, you want to see text?
Yeah. Let's get Toots and Tex together, huh?
I got a little cowboy hat for him.
What do you say, Toots?
She wouldn't laugh at that?
She'd
Oh,
laugh
that would
at
be
Toots.
hysterical.
Yes.
No, I would not be.
Does Johnny or Timmy
What's your
or
name,
what's his
Randy?
name?
Andy?
Andy, yeah. Does he have a nickname for you?
No.
Not Toots or Babe?
Sweetheart,
Or
pumpkin, nothing.
I don't think so.
Lover?
No?
Nothing? He calls you by your name?
Echo?
I have a real quick question. This is off. You don't have to answer. Yes or no. Does he call you by the name we call you?
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
The Rambler. How about the Rambler?
Now, Chickster, in your experience,
Yes.
in your experience, boy, this is.
Depending on how I know them, they call me a different name.
Okay, so
Well, actually, there's only one person left that calls me Chuck, actually.
Oh, okay.
And that's the mom of the kids.
Okay.
okay, all right, okay.
But she knows I don't like it, so she kind of does.
What about your high school? What about your high school buddy that owns the sporting goods store?
Yeah, well, he calls me Chick, but he kind of snarky about it. So,
Is he go? Oh, hey, Chick.
Funny.
Like
so I
that?
call him Dirk. His name's David, so I call him Dirk.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay, good.
I thought that was going to be funnier. Okay.
Like Dirk Diggler. Okay, thank you very much.
What about you? Does anybody call you Butch other than your big sister?
No.
No.
Let's.
Can I start calling you Butch?
But we should all start calling.
Implying that we're family?
Yeah.
Nope.
Butch, your mic is off.
Butch, it's Butch and Toots, honey. They're coming over.
He doesn't whip Tex out again. Oh, boy.
So do you have a nickname for your sweetie?
I've heard you refer to her as Babe.
Yeah, a baby.
Babe.
I've heard you say sweetie, actually.
You lay the baby on her, huh?
yeah.
Hey, baby.
Then I call the girls. I never call them by their actual names.
No, it's I know.
Never have.
I know the older kids you called Rabbit Boy and all sorts of things.
Yeah, that's right. Sispo and Sispo Jr.
I like it.
Sispo.
It sounds like a book that's no longer taught.
Exactly. Or a restaurant.
Right, that closed
Isn't there
20
used to be
years ago.
a restaurant called Sispo's?
It was close to
Can't
that.
you open your mouth without us getting in trouble? Come on, man.
So sorry. Where was I? Oh, I know. I want to mention real quick. This show will come to you from Greater Cincinnati, across the river at Smoke Justice, coming up on Thursday.
And we've got that email about Cincinnati, and we're invited.
Brought to you by Field of Dreams Whiskey Company.
Big doings. I'll tell you when we come back.
Friday, Toledo Mud Hen Celebration, Glass City Center, downtown Toledo. It's open free. Come on down. And then we do have in each city a special shirt we're selling. We're giving all the money away. It'll be for a great program at the Cincinnati Children's Hospital, where they, what's it called? Brave
Gowns.
Brave Gowns, and they make like superhero costumes for kids in the hospital. It's so cool. Also, it'll be Ronald McDonald House in Toledo. So are those up and running? Can you see them on the website
Yeah,
yet?
go to bobandtom.com and click on the link. It'll be the first thing you see when you open up our
little pop-up
webpage.
store.
Yeah.
We'll be selling them in person. We hope to sell them out and write a big check. I know we gave away, how much did we sell in Iowa? It was like
almost $9,000.
Okay, that went to the Children's Hospital there. So yeah, buy the shirts, and we'll give the money away. It's kind of fun. Hope to see you there in person. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
The Gores just got divorced. We know Paul McCartney went through the worst divorce in history.
That's true.
I would have been a great attorney for Paul McCartney. I'd have said, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client, right over there, 1964, could not crawl out of a car without every woman in America tearing her hair out, yelling his name at the top of their lungs. He could have had any woman in the world that year. He went with the Manson family-looking girl who was the photographer, who was relatively plain. Lived with the woman for 35 years. 35 years, not one night did he ever miss with his wife in 35 years, except when he was arrested for marijuana in Japan, and she was down the hall in a different cell.
Yeah.
Okay? He loved this woman. She made him eat vegetarian food. Okay? She was not attractive. He put her on the cover of the Band on the Run album. James Coburn looked better than she did.
True
on
enough.
the cover of that album. This woman couldn't hold a tune in a bucket. Couldn't hold a tune in a bucket. He let her play in his band for 10 years. He loved this woman, lived with her 35 years, never missed a night. She passed away. He became a knight. I think he owns Happy Birthday. I know he owns Ramblin' Rick from Georgia Tech, a hell of an engineer. He's a billionaire. The Queen hit him over the shoulder with a sword and made him a knight. He is a sir. And that one-legged, wooden-legged woman wants you to believe that he's hard to get along with.
I get in a lot of awkward situations, I feel like. Recently in D.C., I threw up in the street, which isn't a big deal. That happens. I'm a pretty heavy drinker. But what was different about this time was as I was about to throw up, you know, when you're just starting to come up, I made eye contact with a woman sitting outside of a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then I held eye contact as I vomited. So it was just very awkward because she just saw me kind of look over at her and then go, And I mean, what's going on in her reality? You know, does
she wants to watch that?
Did you get her number?
I did not get her number. I'm afraid. What does she go home and say? I was so ugly today, I made a man vomit. I don't want her to think that, you know. So I had to go over and tell her it wasn't the case.
That's a bad hair day.
Yeah, if a man looks at you and vomits,
it is a bad day.
You need to visit your hairdresser ASAP.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a self-esteem killer.
Yeah, that really is.
Yeah, but I get into stuff like that.
See, I'm a sympathy monitor. I would have, if he'd made eye contact with me, I would have.
Me too.
You would vomit also.
I would join you. Yeah.
So when you smell vomit, you immediately vomit.
Say goodbye.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So far, we've covered soiling ourselves and vomiting in the studio.
What next? All right, let's go into pussy lesions.
No.
No, Bob, that's wrong in the script. It's not pronounced pussy.
There you go.
It's written
that way. I know it looks that way on the page.
You know, if you read that wrong at the audition, wow, that's a different movie.
Yeah,
well, what's
entirely.
This, Mr. Abrams? I don't understand.
Much closer to a Mr. Skin film.
Yeah, I think so.
I would say.
Oh,
yeah. So,
now, were you a big drinker in college?
Yeah, I in college, I think I drank a little bit more than I do now. In college, whenever I drank, I would pass out. It was like my thing, you know? That's how people knew me.
Pass out guy?
Yeah. It got to the point where even before I went out, I'd go ahead and draw a dick on my face. Because it was going to happen.
It was going to happen. Your buddies were going to take care of it anyway.
Yeah.
Just take it right.
Oh, boy. You know.
Why wait?
It really is something else. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. Because, first of all, what do they think? It's going to help me? You know, they think years from now I'm gonna be saying, yeah, it got really bad. You know, I was just drinking all the time, passing out, and then one day I woke up, looked in the mirror, and I was like, TJ, get it together. And I owe it all to Steve and his artistic ability to draw a ball sack on my forehead.
More increase his salary if we're going to get him to do it right.
You're right.
Art, I know one of your favorite words is yes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you. You've heard and seen the Say Yes to Michigan commercials, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, there's a billboard in Indiana. In fact, there are a lot of them. An Indiana billboard company has launched a war between the states by erecting a billboard that says, "Shut up, Art."
Yes. Oh.
No, it says, "Say no to Michigan."
I see.
It says, "Say no to Michigan. Wander Indiana first." Michigan tourism officials are taking the slogan war in stride, but some Michigan residents are not amused. They've even complained to the Indiana Chamber of Commerce. Travel officials in Indiana say they have nothing to do with the billboard. On the other hand, they're not terribly upset about it either. Josephine Hickman, president of the Hoosier Outdoor Advertising Company, admits her billboard design pokes fun at Michigan, but she says there are Say Yes to Michigan signs posted all over northern Indiana, and Hoosiers' feelings are hurt.
Hey, we're a fun place. What can we say?
Elsewhere in the news, Governor Milliken has signed a major supplemental spending bill containing more than $260 million.
For JML News, I'm Art Bishort. No, you're Tom Gerswold.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm not. Smarties News is brought to you by Auto Glass Specialist in Gaylord, Cadillac, and Iron Mountain. For fast, professional Batoski, it's partly sunny, and 64. JML News time is 7:57.
Tuesday morning, everybody. Well, Tom, one thing I want to say is, first of all, your dick is bigger than this microphone. Well, is it my turn to talk? Because yours is smaller than this cigarette. So we'll just go from there. Thank you. Got to get some news, Art, so I'm...
Jazz Festival featuring the jazz stylings of Pearl Jam, Santana, Joan Jett, etc., etc. You could win tickets and airfare.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin, Christy Lee, Jess Hooker's here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee, and hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. I mentioned this because Orange Insoles has stepped up. Sure, you're depressed because your bracket is busted, but they all are. How about winning a new 4K smart TV? What's a 4K TV, Chick?
It's one better than a 3K.
Aha.
It's amazing quality is what
Great definition and
really great picture. Yes, 4K is the highest right now you can go.
And you could win one. And then
I think any higher and it burns through your head when you watch.
Well, that actually leads to one of our news stories.
Oh yeah. Well,
Speaking of
my psychic comedy continues.
Did you see the story about the plutonium? I got this just for Chick. I think he'll like this very much.
Sydney science nerd may face jail for importing plutonium. He's described as a young Australian science nerd, apparently in an effort to collect all the elements of the periodic table.
Whoa.
Mr. Emmanuel Liddon ordered the samples of plutonium to his parents' apartment, breaching the country's nuclear non-proliferation laws. The importation sparked a major hazmat alert. In court, Mr. Linden's lawyer described the 24-year-old as an innocent collector and science nerd who committed the offense out of pure naivety.
Naivete.
I think the French call it, I don't know what.
Yeah. Prosecutor said describing the young man as a simple collector and science nerd was a mischaracterization, and he now faces a possible 10 years in prison.
Wow.
I don't know much about
history.
No,
I don't know much.
Thank you.
But you know what, Tom? I know. I love you.
Okay, thank you. Isn't a lot of that stuff when you get up there kind of dangerous on the
I don't know.
elements?
Do you think he had a big chart on the wall and he had a little sample?
I mean, I think so.
I have a friend who handles nuclear material for the medical field, and it's very lucrative. And you have to be very careful.
Your friend Lefty?
And you have.
I mean, can you just?
It's not funny. He lost one eye during the whole thing.
His name is glowy.
But he's perfect for the job. He's very meticulous and.
I would think so.
Incredibly.
Can you
focused.
just order plutonium on Amazon?
That's the thing. If there's such strict laws, why was he able to get it in the first place?
No joke.
You have to know a guy. Hey, listen, I can get you some really good reefer, and would you like some plutonium? I
can't sell you reefer legally, but I can sell you plutonium, and I'll put reefer inside. How's that?
Is plutonium the only element named after a Disney character? It does sound kind of sweet.
Is a tiny little, I mean, I can't imagine he got much plutonium.
I don't know anything about it. I know
What about Goofy?
I know that there used to be a plutonium nuclear power plant in this country. I don't think there is anymore.
You got your plutonium, and then you get your uranium. Okay?
Which is worse.
Don't get those two together. They do not like each other. Okay?
I mean, it's great.
They both have their negative qualities.
Okay.
I think.
But they say this kid's facing 10 years in prison?
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen.
Well, I think they caught on. He was acting like he didn't know what he was doing, but
You think he knew what he was doing?
I don't know. Again, how do you get Pluto so... Can you really naive? Yeah, he was so naive. He was able to make it onto the dark web and talk to an Iranian terrorist.
Well, if there's that, yeah.
Shipped it in a lead-lined
How do you ship
FedEx
that
envelope
to Australia?
Yeah. See, here in the States, our science nerds, they devote themselves to things like meth labs. You know,
Well, and if you're a science nerd, you know how dangerous plutonium is.
I don't know. I honestly don't. But do you think because of Breaking Bad, there are guys that started up going, "Hey, wait a minute, this is like a pretty good deal"?
I don't know. I think anything's possible. I don't know why not. But the stuff they did on Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan was interviewed, and he said we were very careful not to give the entire formula away. So there are some big holes, but I mean it's good.
I would imagine it's also made up. The stuff that Walter White was able to do isn't.
Yeah, I don't think there's such a thing as methylamine. I don't think that exists.
I would venture to say you could probably go on the internet in 5 minutes and get everything you need.
Sure, but that they made up.
I don't know.
I mean, in terms of instructions, how to.
When you go to sell your house now in the seller's disclosure, you have to disclose whether meth was made on your property or not.
On all 3 floors?
What?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
You sure do.
So but if it's upstairs,
I mean, if it's that, how many people check that box? Yes. I mean, come on.
That's the home improvement show I want to see. Tonight on Flipping Trap Houses.
We're turning this former meth lab
/ brothel into
a rumpus room for the kids.
That's fascinating.
That's a true story. I just had to do this.
It's got good bones. Literally, there's a corpse in the closet.
That's right, yeah.
I do know that the home insurers are using drones and flying over houses
to check your roof
and to see if you have a trampoline or a pool.
Oh, that should be illegal.
Yeah.
Or a bear for a pet, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Yeah. Did your home insurance, because you just got a new house, didn't they ask you what kind of dog you have?
No.
Oh, really? Yeah, they asked me. What breed of dogs do you have?
Well, they probably got to look at you.
No, that's you. If you put the wrong answer, I assume you're not going to get insured.
Or it's going to cost you more.
Yeah, okay. Plutonium in the news. Thank you very much. I'm a big fan.
We have an update coming up about the guy who swallowed the earrings. Remember the Tiffany earrings worth about $700,000?
Oh, did
he got pulled over and he said, I'm going to eat these.
Did they pass?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Okay.
Came out in the poopy.
These two.
Okay.
Came out in the poopy.
Of course. Of course it did. Anyway. Also, coming up, comedian Tom Green will be joining us in the studio. And we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
Didn't you have to be an usher like at your sister's wedding or something? What was that story?
Right, when you come out of boot, first of all, let me just say I was engaged once, and the girl kept the ring.
Oh, no.
That was 2 hours of salary gone. All right. No. When you come out of boot camp, you're ready for anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Outstanding. That's the attitude. Outstanding. That's the Marine Corps. When I came out of boot camp, my sister got married. She had me seat the people at her wedding. They'd come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down. Shut your pie hole. I don't want to be your friend. 200 people showed up and put them all in the same row. Tighten it up. We don't have all day. We are totally uncomfortable. Outstanding. Shut your cake, hole, or pie. What do you eat, cake or pie?
Oh, my God.
Comedian Greg Hunt.
Why can't we have single vows? How about some single vows?
Single vows?
I vow to be single?
How would that work?
Vows, do you promise to sit all by yourself in your quiet apartment with your frozen dinner and your stupid pet fish? Yeah! Never have a ride to or from the airport? Yeah! Sign me up! Parked at lot 88Z, schlepping your stuff.
But I want to clarify for Christy, because I know Christy's a big Catholic, and I grew up Catholic. I was an altar boy as a kid, and I think Jesus is a great role model, but I think he's kind of like the popular guy in high school where everyone says they're his friend, but he wouldn't name you as one of his best friends. Like if you asked him who his best friends were, he'd be like Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Matt Damon. And he'd be like, what about Mike Birbiglia? He'd be like, I feel like I'd recognize his face if I saw him, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Jesus has a lot of Twitter followers.
He does.
Actually.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have a wedding agreement I'm putting together right now. I've been writing it over here. The girl's gonna have to sign this before I get married.
Okay.
Number one, at no time will your rear end be wider than your shoulders. Okay. Number two, your eyebrows will number 2. Normal size, not super skinny or painted on, thus reflecting mental illness.
It's all making good sense so far.
So far, keep going,
We will have a dog for me to play with and for you to care for. Same with children.
By the way, Greg is serious about that. We have had that conversation where you don't say that in joke form.
No.
You don't do your version where you've said to me, I want a girl to marry who we can get a dog and she'll take care of the dog when I go on the road. And that's one of your prerequisites.
And pick me up at the airport in your SUV.
You've had this conversation.
Why limit it to an SUV? Why not a limo?
Because you want to drive.
Limo's a good idea, Bob. Good idea. I like limos.
I watch a lot of news. By the way, my favorite news channel is CNN Headline News.
Is it?
Because there's no segue between stories. They go from polar opposite A to B with nothing in between.
Yeah.
And that's what the future looks like with a nuclear North Korea. Coming up next, a boy in Pittsburgh collects nickels. It's like the news for people with ADD. We're all gonna die. Hey, a horsey.
Squirrel.
But these are some news stories that I noticed over the past several weeks. Could I share some?
Sure.
A woman in England pled guilty to disturbing the peace with her noisy lovemaking.
Yeah.
Well, she said guilty, but you could totally tell she was faking it.
Sure.
A company in Ireland created the world's first ever green technology vibrator that's powered by winding it up. Which means basically it's a Jack in the Box.
Technically, it is.
Sesame Street turned 40 years old last year, which you could tell because Big Bird got an earring and a Corvette.
Tickets for a Led Zeppelin tribute band. That show coming up just around the corner.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show from the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello, Chick.
Hi. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
In his swell shirt. We need a picture of that for the internet.
I like this shirt.
People, there's Jess Hooker offering some fashion advice. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
I'm Chick McGee at the OrangeInsoles.com Sports Desk. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and hello, Tom.
Well, thank you very much, Chick McGee. I understand we have something coming in via satellite.
Is that right?
There we go.
Hey.
It's Jeff Oskey with a special edition of News We Failed to Mention.
Wow, listen to the enthusiasm in there. You guys are super excited.
I am.
Hi, Jeff. We just found out about it.
Well, Friday, Joe was doing so well, I didn't want to gum it up with what I do. So we give you a lot of the news each week. We don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention last week.
Here's Jeff Oskey with Failed to Mention
Whoa, that seemed loud.
It was.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I'm killing it on the audio today.
Fine.
The teen dramedy Sex Lives of College Girls on HBO is being canceled after 3 seasons. What you failed to mention, be sure to catch the sequel coming out this fall, Knocked Up and Dropped Out. We learned about a diddling competition from 1977. Can we get a little audio on that, Chick?
Absolutely.
What you failed to mention, if we learned anything from that horrible, obnoxious sound, a little diddle do you? And my question, how are you going to have a diddling competition with no women?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think your Brill cream joke did not get the applause it deserves.
No, it got exactly what
Little
it
dabble do you?
Yeah, shut up.
Well, a coffee was removed from shelves after it was discovered it contained ED medication. Well, you failed to mention, John, based just on your boner, I got to say you really, really like coffee. Just based on your boner.
Yeah.
A woman said she has orgasms while working out at the gym. What you failed to mention, I had one just picturing that. Didn't even have to leave my couch. The largest wiener dog parade was held last week that contained over 897 wiener dogs. What you failed to mention, largest parade of wieners is held in Brazil's Pride Parade every June with 3 to 4 million attendees. Brazil Pride Parade. A mountain was granted personhood by the courts. What you failed to mention, oh, that's a slippery slope. It starts with mountains. Next thing you know, molehills. Poland is hoping the next James Bond is Polish. What you failed to mention goes by 009. And finally, a woman was arrested for practicing dentistry out of her home for the past 8 years without ever attending dental school or becoming licensed. She was only discovered after 3 of her patients complained to the medical board about continued pain and infection. What you failed to mention, if the waiting room is their family room, you may have a fake dentist. If they hand you a can of blue raspberry Galaxy gas and tell you to take a few hits before they remove your tooth, you may have a fake dentist. If at any time your dentist has to stop your procedure because their timer went off and they have to take their meatloaf out of the oven, you may have a fake dentist. I'm Jeff Hoskin, and this was the news that we failed to mention last week.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
I still say if she only had 3 complaints in 8 years,
That's pretty good odds.
she must be pretty good.
That's damn fine. Right?
Yeah, that's very good.
Do you girls amongst yourselves refer to it as diddling?
No.
Diddling, yes, I've heard that used.
I've heard it, but I don't.
No, I don't say it.
I don't really talk to my girlfriends about masturbation.
It would it would seem like women would talk about that freely among themselves because you guys are so much more emotionally mature than guys. I don't think guys would talk about it.
You guys talk about masturbating amongst each other?
No.
Yeah,
every now and again I'll ask, hey, did you have at yourself?
Yeah, you know. Josh will go, no, I specifically said saltines because...
Oh, that's right. Last time it was on a Ritz and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
I demand to know where the circle concept came from and the cracker angle. I want to know where it came from.
It's a classic. It's a.
But it had to have started somewhere.
It's a hazing ritual. Like that's what I know it from.
You think it is?
It looks like icing. Is that why?
Did it ever actually happen, or is it just?
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if there are any documented cases or not. But.
And if it's that way, why hasn't toaster strudel been introduced into the conversation?
I thought every guy did that. That was part of growing up.
You
at
taste
camp.
it?
A circle jerk?
No,
you taste it?
Yeah.
No.
I swear I did growing up.
You tasted?
No, I thought a circle jerk was something you guys did. Like at camp or something.
I don't know anybody that's ever taken part in that.
I'm out. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've never ever done anything like that.
But you do. It is joked about so much that I could see where a girl would
Especially
go.
when no guys in my house. I grew up with only girls. I didn't know.
That is
Can you imagine, Tom?
I mean, all of you seem really gay. Like the way that guys hang out and the things you guys do, and you just want to be around each other.
How about sucking on those big cigars like we do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into.
I think the notion of a so-called circle jerk is there's lots of problems.
Funny.
No, I don't think so. I think you're there. I mean, you're giving each other encouragement.
But wouldn't it be like the circular firing squad? I mean, there's a problem with.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention.
And then there's another term, bukkake.
Would you ever do it just with one other person sitting back to back like you were on guard in Vietnam?
No.
I think with
What's that called?
See, a circle, for some reason, that seems a lot more safe than just one other guy.
There's a very unpleasant scene in, what's that movie with, about...
I love this.
Oh, geez. You know, the one about Colonel Hogan. I'm forgetting his name.
Autofocus.
Autofocus, the movie about Bob Crane.
Okay.
And Willem Dafoe, they're sitting on the couch.
Bob Crane, the actor Bob Crane, actually was friends with the head of
Sony or something,
some huge Japanese company. He had one of the very first home video cameras in the United States.
Okay.
And of course,
First thing he did was what?
He became kind of a
That's the first thing he videoed?
He started cataloging all of his conquests. Yeah.
And then showing it to his
But
friends.
there's a scene. There's a very very good movie about that, and there's a scene in which the two of them
He and his friend,
very very unpleasant. And that is, I've never experienced that particular thing.
They're admiring this one woman that they videotaped. And one of them said, "Wow, this is really turning me on."
That's okay. I'll watch it. I won't watch it.
And he reaches down, and the other guy does too.
So anyway,
That's a friend.
Together, that is a buddy.
That's really amazing.
You think dogs love each other when they crap beside each other?
So that's not something you would ever do.
No way.
I love how Christy's really like, you guys are killing this
There's
dream
also
of mine.
there's a scene in a movie called E2 Mama Tambien, a great movie, but there's where two buddies
They just do.
decide to do that too, and I'm like, what are you doing? It doesn't make any sense.
Sounds like a restaurant.
So is it only a circle if there's four people? Because there's two. That's just two.
That's a
and
square.
then three is a threesome.
Because you're standing like four square,
square jerk.
quadrants.
Again, it doesn't exist in reality.
It has to be at least
It does
five.
exist, or we wouldn't be
she's
talking
right.
about it.
I
Just
think
maybe not amongst you.
At least five would. If you're going to do a circle, you need at least
I'm going to
five.
say less than 1% of all men have been involved in a mutual masturbation.
I would agree.
with a buddy.
Yeah.
It has
Let
to be that
alone
low.
a circle.
They used
of
to sponsor Mutual of Omaha, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Mutual masturbation.
But I think there are theories that Stonehenge was invented as the place to do the circle.
Oh, really?
Right, yeah. Each guy would just lean against a stone.
It's old as time itself.
Okay. Then when the sun would rise. Never mind.
Oh, boy.
But coming up.
How did this get derailed?
Coming up, this program will come to you from Greater Cincinnati on Thursday, Toledo, Ohio on Friday, and we'll have some special guests, including Haywood Banks on Friday. Thursday, we're going to have Drew Storen, former pitcher, Major League Baseball pitcher, and more. So we look forward to seeing you at those shows if you want to stop on by. Right now, this portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Let's talk numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere between $100 and $250 per session. That can add up fast. With BetterHelp Online Therapy, you save about 50% per session. With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you a big on cost and time. Remember, the key to BetterHelp is the fact that it's so much more accessible. You don't have to get in a car or get in a bus or get in a train to go somewhere, because you can do it wherever you are, because the therapy is done online. Your mental health is worth it if you're considering any kind of a therapy, and you've been kind of afraid to sort of jump that fence where you have to go to a therapist in person. And this is a way to experiment with it. See if you like it. A little inventory of your life and your mental health with a professional therapist. By the way, 5 million people are currently using the BetterHelp system. The way it works is you go online, you fill out a questionnaire, you'll be matched with one of some 30,000 licensed therapists with a variety of specialties. So you can check it out by going to betterhelp.com/BT show. The /BT show part will knock off an additional 10%. So it's betterhelp.com/BT show. And to make it more clear, I'll say it. BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT show. Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Tom Green. We also have some fascinating stuff in the world of news, including something's on fire at Disney World. And we've got a rather unusual way to get buried. When you're dead, I should say. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
With us in the studio now, two comedians. We are joined by Jimmy Pardo. Also, another guy. It's comedian Chad Daniels. Chad, I understand that you have an injury, that nothing humorous about it, but you look like you're in a little bit of pain.
Broke my tailbone.
Yeah. Did you break it recently or
a week and a half ago?
Okay.
Tailgating,
following too closely?
You can't put a cast on that, can you?
No, you can't. No. I was drywalling. I kept bending over to measure and cut and everything, and I guess my leg muscles were too tight or something like that, and it kept rocking it back and forth till finally it snapped.
What? You didn't even hit it on me.
I didn't hit it on anything. From bending over, and yeah, that's the kind of shape I'm in.
Where's that
Wow.
Never heard of such a thing. Yeah, the doctor said it happens a lot to pregnant women, which was really awesome to hear from your doctor.
Are your breasts tender?
No, they're
You're
not.
the first man for that to happen to.
Was it?
Wow.
It sounds like it was incredibly painful.
It sounds like it is
Yeah,
painful.
my wife actually couldn't sit down for a while. Sympathy pains. What? What? Nailed it! Ding, 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 ding. I thought we said there was nothing funny about this. Ding, 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 ding. Wait a minute, hold it. Hey! Yeah! Hello, Friday morning.
Hello.
Yeah. It's time for the air base. Ooh, here we go. Come on now. Everybody got her?
This is the guy that perfected it. Jimmy Pardo, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
Hey, hey, what the matter with the head?
Do you know the lyrics?
Little red bug.
Hey, hey, what's the matter with the guy? Say it again. Hey, hey, what's the matter with the chicken?
Oh, we've got something new.
What happened?
Oh, Lou Reed.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Jimmy Pardo on the air base, ladies and gentlemen.
Like you just don't care. Yeah.
Oh, you know, I go this way.
Oh, now suddenly it's in a stand-up acoustic. Oh, that's new.
Yeah, right.
I like that.
Very nice.
Hold your left hand higher. Remember, it's you.
Jerk.
It's not a stand-up cello.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
It's not a stand-up cello.
Got it. That's it. That's it. You ruined it. You ruined everybody's fun.
Sorry.
You ruined everybody's fun.
Hey, hi, it's Tom from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Larry, the cable guy. Larry, good morning.
It's good to see you. But I got to tell you, I had a horrible nightmare
Last night?
last night.
Really?
Before I come in here, I dreamt the world's largest margarita. And woke up this morning, there was salt on the toilet lid. Thank God I didn't eat the worm in there, I'll tell you that much. I tell you what, I was madder than a skinhead watching the Jeffersons. I tell you what.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker. Guess what? I saved up some money and bought this new badass spy camera. I swear to God I did. Check this thing out. Yep, this is where it happens, a Bob and Tom studio. Oh, perfect. Don't even look like they're busy.
Really good today.
Hey guys, I got a question. Excuse me. Hey, what's happening?
What are you doing here? Donnie Baker.
Well,
Donnie, we're working here.
Yeah, well, I'm working too, because the fact remains, I ain't going to just keep calling into you guys without a pay raise. I need a pay raise, and I want a better parking spot.
Employee, you moron.
Okay, well, I'm not taking less than what I'm asking for. I swear to
getting anything.
Well, but I want settle for that. I want to pay it.
We'll multiply that by 2.
I'll call FICA. You okay if you're going to times it by...
Go right ahead. Will you just get out of here? You don't even work here.
Well, okay. How about some Bon Jovi tickets? Angel Skinner loves John Bon Jovi's.
Sure, you've got Bon Jovi tickets. Absolutely. We'll get one for Angel.
Parking pass?
She'll get to go with Jay Baker to see the show.
Ah, okay. Those are great seats.
Tell her to bring extra pants.
I gotta go.
Oh, man.
Josh and Pat, Christy. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom. How are you, buddy?
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hello, gorgeous.
I think it's time to get another song out of Mr. Godwin.
Yeah, there you go.
I love singing.
Yes.
Anything you fancy over there?
You want to go with a story?
Sure. Well, you have a new story.
I thought there was a story about, wasn't there a problem out on the highways?
Oh, another highway spill?
Yeah, I think there might have been. Yes.
Well, the soda thing?
Yes, I think so, right?
Did you have that?
I can wing something.
Yeah, he can wing it.
Soda cans were littered across I-70 in Wayne County Sunday. Cans were spilled onto I-70 westbound. 3 semis crashed into each other near the mile marker 145.
Where's Wayne County?
I think
it's in Indiana.
Richmond, Indiana.
Yeah. One of the trucks involved appeared to be hauling a trailer full of Canada Dry beverages. They were all over the road.
Oh no.
Cans of soda.
Yeah. Hey.
Listening to Bob and Tom driving down I-70. Ace's joke of the day filled my cap with levity. Tom did a Chuck Norris joke. No one cared. Indiana Highway carrying ginger ale. Another truck hits me. I'm guessing his brakes failed. Oh, yeah, they're gonna test him, maybe. The guy was high. I spilled my Canada Dry. Now, cans are pretty much everywhere. I blew a tire, don't have a spare. There's a whiff of ginger in the air. Marianne was cuter, I declare. Oh, I declare, yeah.
Everybody!
Mountain Dew.
Dude, it was not Mountain Moon. It was ginger ale, not Mountain Dew. Ginger ale. That's beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I was teared up there.
Okay, now I want to hear the update of the guy that ate the what was it, $800,000 earrings or something.
The man accused of stealing and swallowing 2 pairs of diamond earrings has finally passed the gems. Following his arrest last month, 32-year-old Mr. Jathan Gilder was admitted to an Orlando hospital to await the expulsion of the jewelry.
Expulsion?
According to the Smoking Gun, the $770,000 earrings were passed between March 10th and 12th, about 2 weeks after he swallowed them. He's accused of robbing a Tiffany store in Orlando by posing as a representative for an NBA player.
So how did they...
Is that pretty standard? 2 weeks? Something like that?
Maybe for diamonds,
Must
not
be,
for
right?
food.
Yeah.
But do they have to, I mean, every defecant event, if you will, they have to monitor?
Well, think of that.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they can't let anything slip by.
Yeah,
Right.
They sifted through it.
You don't want to go down the turlet.
What kind of a... Boy.
I bet he
It's
has
like
one
prospecting.
of those. I think Christy said this last week. He probably has one of those
Catchers.
Yeah, like Cologuard. You know, Cologuard.
Cologuard.
Now with Cologuard, that's the thing where do you put something over the seat that...
Yes, and then you catch it
Catch a falling
Catch it,
poop
wrap it,
and
send
put
it.
it in a bucket. Never
You have to.
You catch it, wrap it, send it away.
You have to wonder when they were developing that if the first iteration was something like, well, it sort of looks like a butterfly net. You got a guy hovering, and
I know.
it's someone. Wait a second, we got to get it better than that.
You put it between your toilet.
Well, this guy, they probably couldn't have even done that. Just in case, they probably had to just have him go into a bucket.
Oh yeah, there were chamber pots, I'm sure.
No, sure, colanders.
Yeah,
those colanders will never be there.
And I
But
assume
you would have to watch him too, because what if he went to the bathroom on his own?
Oh yeah.
You think he was shackled to the bed? Oh, probably.
Yeah, I mean, this is a major crime.
You think it's possible for him to slip the diamond passage past them and then re-swallow it?
Oh.
Would you want to?
Well, you'd rinse it, of course. Sure. And you might get a raging case of E. coli, but,
Right.
you know.
Right, we're talking almost $800,000 here.
That's right, yeah.
Oh,
You wanna buy a house or not?
Is it? I wonder what the law is. If it's legal to have a suspect, and can they make him eat X-Lax and that sort of thing too?
I don't know the answer to any of these questions.
I would imagine it would have to some sort of court order.
And these earrings, wouldn't they be sharp on the? Wouldn't they have the
Post?
The
Yeah,
post,
they have a post on them.
And for this thing, just for one shining moment, literally, his colon looked very fancy. Are they still playing One Shining Moment as part of the NCAAs?
I don't know the answer to that. I can't imagine this.
I'm seeing a head. Yes.
Yes. I don't know how that goes.
It's the song. Dave Barrett wrote that. It's a friend of mine wrote that song years ago, and they play it every year.
Oh, Dave Barrett and the Sherrotts? Yeah, those guys.
No, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Do you remember that when you were a kid? You Barrett will all share it. Remember?
What?
No.
Yeah. Just back to our circle jerk thing.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar. Is that like a fart thing?
What?
No, it was.
I have a question, Josh, for you.
A boob thing, primarily.
Josh.
Oh.
When you're Josh, I don't know how this works. When you're invited to a circle jerk, are you allowed a +1?
So long as that person is of a certain, you have to vet them. Yes.
Okay.
As long as they're of a certain standard.
Well, you have to vouch for them.
It's a class.
And they know how to keep their mouth shut.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
sort of like debutante season. It's you can have an escort, but they have to be of a certain ilk.
Okay, I'm sorry. I regret bringing this up again. Let's go back over that direction. I see Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
An allegedly constipated passenger is suing United Airlines. The plaintiff claims the pilot forcibly removed him from an airplane bathroom. And the lawsuit, Mr. Israel Lieb was traveling from Tulum, Mexico to Houston.
Israel Lieb.
When he went to the bathroom in the back of the plane. After about 20 minutes, a flight attendant asked a fellow passenger to check on Mr. Lieb, who explained his gastrointestinal predicament.
I'm all blocked up.
10 minutes later, the pilot...
I mean, he was coming from Mexico?
Tulum, yeah. He had the opposite problem.
I was going to say, this is the first person in the history of international travel to be constipated leaving Mexico.
Unless he was from Mexico.
No, he
used
was
to it.
not.
Oh, okay.
10 minutes later, the pilot allegedly yelled at Mr. Lieb to leave the bathroom. The pilot allegedly broke the lock, forced the bathroom door open, pulled Mr. Lieb out with his pants still around his ankles, exposing his genitals to those nearby. Mr. Lieb is suing both United Airlines and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean,
there are other ways to handle that.
Shouldn't there be limits to how long you can stay in the bathroom?
Maybe.
Not if you've got a problem.
You have an issue.
Wouldn't you want to be constipated on a plane? I hate going to the toilet on a plane.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, after 30 minutes there, you're gonna blow out your O-ring. I mean, how much can you?
I wonder if they were getting ready they're trying to land too, because 30 minutes.
Can they land with somebody in there?
No, they cannot land with someone in the bathroom.
You know what? They can. If they chose to, they could. I hate those kind of laws. It's so stupid.
What about
you can land with a person in the bathroom? Calm down, pilot.
Unless you turn your phone on, then you'll crash the plane.
Yeah, see that kind of stuff. It's what?
Have you ever tried to vomit in an airplane bathroom?
What? No, I haven't.
It's really it's close quarters, man.
What? There's no issue at all with landing with a person in the bathroom.
Yeah. What if they have a problem? Then the guy he's going to sue you because
they don't have a
hit
problem.
his head on the ceiling or something.
There'd be that issue with that.
Whatever. We could all never wear seatbelts on planes and not get injured.
What about that plane that just turned turned over 2-3 weeks ago.
Why don't?
That would have been a problem.
I think you. We might have to pen to paper and take a look at that. You need to start your own airline.
Oh, dude.
For people who don't like airlines.
Yeah, I should.
Josh, I should.
Comfortable seats, no seat belts.
I just think there should be a time limit. On how long you can spend in an airplane bathroom.
No seatbelt.
Yeah, but
no movies,
if
just
you
books.
exceed that time limit, you shouldn't be dragged out of there by some a-hole pilot.
No, I think you should then share your opioids with the pilot.
That's why you're constipated.
Share my opioids.
That's why
that's
the
the
guy's
constipation.
That's where Tom was going with that.
I don't know. Do pilots want
No one is familiar with that problem.
Can you drink while? Can you take opioids while you're drunk?
Well,
I'm asking for most pilots.
It depends on how long you want to be drunk.
Okay. If you're just joining us, hi, how are you? This is the Bob and Tom program. We're coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. I look over there. I see Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What else is happening?
A man had one final laugh after getting buried in a Snickers-themed coffin recently. Before his death, Paul Broom often joked about having a candy bar coffin, even asked for it in his will.
What is he, a fat?
When he passed away, his family wanted to honor that memory in a way that reflected his personality.
Did he die of diabetes just by chance?
I think I want to be buried in a roaster pan.
Like one black speckled one?
Yeah, the black speckled ones with the lid, of course. That would be cool, Tom? No?
Designed to resemble a Snickers bar, the
Yeah.
coffin was emblazoned with the phrase, "I'm nuts." Loved ones said Mr. Broom, or Brume, was known for his quick wit and mischievous sense of humor.
I'm nuts is hard evidence. Yeah. what a wacky sumbitch, huh?
Adding that the coffin was a perfect tribute to his playful nature.
Oh, okay. Here's a picture of it. He's got the logo on there, and
let me ask you
Yikes.
something, Josh. You having that party? Did you invite Broom?
Yeah, I had to, man. You know,
I'm not coming then.
I don't blame you.
You know, he's a self-described wacky. Okay,
Yes, he sure is.
it's
You
kind
know
of
what, though? I think the clock is ticking again.
kind of disturbing, really. I don't know.
I didn't know you could get a coffin that looked like a Snickers
I didn't know
bar.
you could.
No, it looks like a traditional wooden.
They made it
simple
themselves?
casket, and they but it looks semi. There you go.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. I'm nuts. There it is.
And then on the end, you can't see. There's the Snickers logo.
Whoa, is that a teddy bear on top?
Looks like it.
Why is it in like the middle of an? I mean,
it's a conference room.
It is a conference room, and like a small conference room. Like, do they rent out a conference room of a Holiday Inn?
Yeah, right.
It isn't a particularly elegant.
There's a monitor in the desk.
It's just like some sort of eagle decal in the middle also.
Do you think if say some big company stepped up, and they would lower the price of a casket if you had logos on it? You know, like, I don't know, like Verizon Wireless on the casket.
No,
I think
they do commercials. Our service is so good. Can you hear me down there?
The furthest I would go, I think a burgundy coffin would be nice.
Oh,
okay, there you go.
Your love of Washington.
Yeah.
I remember there was a set of Kiss caskets that were available.
Kiss caskets. Oh yeah.
I bet Harley Davidson makes a casket.
I'll bet they do.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some themes, I guess.
I don't know. There's a certain dignity lacking there.
Yeah.
If he'd been a dwarf, they could have done a fun size.
They could have.
but I guess that really.
You know, there's a darker road he could have gone down.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate him doing fun size.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about cover bands.
Yeah.
I've got an idea to do one. Call the guy Ted Nugent, and he would sing Ted songs and pass out candy. No? Okay, sorry. I'd want to see Ted Nugent. And by the way, what the hell is nougat anyway?
I don't know.
It sounds so
I
disgusting.
think it's a made-up candy maker word.
Josh, what am I showing you a picture of?
Oh, my.
Oh, that's a John Deere coffin there, chick.
There you
Look
go.
at that.
The green and yellow and the
How about that,
logo
man?
and all that.
This is a place called Sky Caskets. They have pages and pages of custom casket ideas.
Wow.
And they do have the Kiss casket. They have a casket that, Tom, what is that?
Is that a Dalmatian? I can't see from here.
Ow.
It's cows.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
What are the price points on those?
Cow-colored casket.
Can you get a glass casket?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Can you be buried
like
in a...
Like
Absolutely.
Snow White or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that.
No, you
All
why?
glass.
No, Josh.
I want people to. No, I'm going to be naked. No, I want to be just clear.
Oh, really?
All right. No,
There you go, Josh. That's you. That's you, buddy. All day
Flames?
long. Flames, baby, flames.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody want to mention hell at any point?
No, you don't want to.
Right? You're asking for trouble.
That's pretty
I was
rad.
looking for that.
So
Real rad.
Do they have the candy bars in there? The other candy?
I haven't come across them.
Like a payday for the widow?
They have a Harley Davidson.
She had good insurance on them.
They have a Chevy Camaro.
That was very funny.
Do they have?
They have a Chevy Camaro?
I heard this guy's when they were taking this guy to the graveyard, they dropped it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, classic case of Butterfingers.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
See, banks and
You're something else.
Stuck with the paper.
Oh, my God.
You can't do them all.
Oh, they have a Mickey Mouse casket.
No,
they don't.
Oh,
that can't be licensed.
Okay.
Why?
Well, actually, that's a perfect segue, so we can change the subject. A perfect segue into the story about Disney World.
A walk-in cooler fire caused a plume of smoke to erupt over Epcot's France Pavilion at Walt Disney World Resort. A Disney representative said the fire, which broke out in a backstage area, was quickly put out. No injuries reported. Cause of that fire not immediately known. Photos and videos shared online show thick black clouds billowing from behind the pavilion's building.
You see, that was black smoke. A lot of people at Disney thought they had a new pope.
I was thinking
No, that's something they've never done. Pope Mickey. Hey, Mickey, that's a nice miter.
Is that right?
Well, Minnie, looks like I'm going to be celibate for a while. I'm the Pope. Yeah, there was. Did you see any of the photographs?
I didn't, no.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. You have to be kind of wonder what's going on over there.
Speaking of Walt Disney, their live-action controversy-riddled Snow White opened in theaters over the weekend.
Controversy.
What the hell?
Oh, it's who knows?
If you're upset about it, my gosh, how are you living?
I know. $43 million in ticket sales with a budget above $250 million. They're not exactly thrilled
But
with
wait a
that.
minute, though. The last time this happened was one of these things, and it made $20 million the first weekend. Then I saw it was now at $800 million.
Yeah.
These things have a way in the long run of getting their money back.
Yeah, well, anyway.
There's all kinds of controversies about the main.
About
the two actresses don't get along, and they're on different sides of a war. And
CGI dwarfs. And,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How are
I
the
mean, not the
reviews?
CGI dwarves, but the different sides of a war.
yeah,
In the movie?
no, in reality.
Oh.
One's
How are the reviews?
tepid.
Oh.
And I had not known, I didn't know about this one. Alto Nights, do you know anything about that film?
Yeah, the De Niro thing where he plays two gangsters.
Right, it didn't do well either at the box office.
Oh.
Yeah. $3.2 million. He plays two roles there, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, that's-
Competing. I think Frank Costello and
Yeah, I love De Niro, but I don't know what they're.
Peter Sellers
Skeptical.
can pull it off.
right.
Sure.
In what?
He plays three roles in
Dr.
Strangelove.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Is it 3?
Yeah.
Might be 4.
Is it?
Mandrake, the president.
Dr. Strangelove.
Strangelove.
I think that's it.
I've never seen Dr. Strangelove.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
I haven't.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it is really good.
It's terrific.
Make a list and I'll.
Good God.
Get defensive about it. Just watch it.
How do you stand up under the weight of your stupidity? Good God, woman.
We all
why
have
I'm only
those
5 feet.
classics that we've slipped us.
I think I was just saying the other day, I could make you a list. I've never seen so many famous. I've never seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh,
I've never seen The Sound of Music.
What?
I've never seen Gone with the Wind.
Okay, yeah.
I saw it and hated it.
it's too late to watch it now. It's gone.
That I love it.
You love it? Is it
Yes.
good?
It's really
liked
good.
it too.
I saw it at a theater. There was an intermission.
I got to see it in the theater with an intermission too.
That's
Yeah, it
a
was
great
like a
way to
How
re-release.
long is it?
3 hours?
3.5.
Plus,
3.5.
probably, yeah.
All I know is the scene in which George Reeves, the guy that played Superman, came out. People were screaming out, "Superman!" It was like a bunch of kids. I was probably
Go
too
ahead.
young to
Tell him the
appreciate it.
punchline.
No. We'll leave it right there.
That might have been why he was so depressed.
Yeah. Okay, good. It's time now to check in with Mr. McGee across the way over there. Talk about the best way to listen to this show.
Raycon's Everyday Earbuds. Oh, active noise cancellation at this price point? You betcha. Raycon's also capable of drowning out the most maddening of sounds. Let's say coworkers running their traps, or maybe their family members, or maybe there's a bully at the gym that you want to drown out with your Raycon earbuds. Just ignore him. That's right.
That's all you can lift?
I'm sorry. I'm listening to Papa Roach. Leave me alone. Yeah. And Raycon's latest model is better than ever. They have 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity. It lets you pair with 2 devices at once. And Raycon's has, and I don't know how they do this, quick charge function. 10 minutes of charging yields 90 minutes of battery. And Raycon start at just half the price of other premium audio brands with similar features. And Raycon's everyday earbuds come in all the colors. And if you don't love them, they have a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom. Get 20% off the best-selling everyday earbuds brought to you by Raycon. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, we have the Fish of the Year.
Ooh.
Did you know there was a competition?
I did not know there was a contest.
We need like introductory music.
The Bassmaster Classic was this weekend.
There he
we
is.
need an award ceremony and a song. Yeah.
Also, we have contraceptives for animals in the news and more.
Rubbers for raccoons?
That's a good title, but they're not for raccoons. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
So we're getting back to your hobbies, James. You're a bowler.
Yes.
You got that going for you.
Yes, I
Golf, skydiving, scuba diving, skiing. You went skydiving? How'd that go?
Yes, I did. Well,
was it a tandem jump or did you?
It was a tandem jump. Yeah, scared me. I'm big.
I was going to say I don't
scared you. Who were you with?
I was going to say
the other dude. I was strapped to the guy.
What do you weigh in at? Do you mind if I ask?
Then I was about 280, I guess. I'm probably 295 now.
Oh my! Now is the person when you do the tandem? Is the person
Has
with the
to
chute?
land on somebody else.
Is the person with the chute in back of you?
He's behind you. You don't have to do anything. You're basically like luggage.
You're looking
Screaming,
at, you're just watching the ground come at you while the guy behind you
Has to do
has
all
the
the work.
chute and does all the work.
And you've never been so glad to have a man strapped to your behind. Ever. You will never. And you know, they call it a sport, too.
Well, sure,
the
it's
whole
very
time,
difficult.
They're like, did you like the sport? And I was like, falling is not a sport. You know, if it was, my grandmother would win a medal. The Silver Hip Award goes to.
Yes.
If you want to make a sport, you should just throw the parachute out of the plane and then make the guy jump and put it on before he hits the ground.
Oh, I like that.
Now, for competition, throw one parachute out, 3 or 4 guys jump.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
He won.
So did you glide in, James?
We glided in, and on the tape.
Did you fall or did you land standing?
At the very last minute, he said, "Stand up," and I was already going down, and there wasn't no. There wasn't no. But my ears did not pop. The thing with the ears. Yeah. So when I hit the ground, immediately I was like. He was like, "How do you like it?" And I was like, "It was good. I enjoyed it very much because I could not hear myself.
Couldn't hear a thing.
Well, that's because if it were me, I would be tightening every orifice in my body to prevent leakage, including my ears.
Plus, there's a dude behind you.
Yeah. And that part stayed. That my ears did not pop until maybe the next day, and I had to sing that night I was doing a play called Smoke on the Mountain.
You're a singer? I didn't know.
Yeah, where you sing gospel music. It's a gospel music play.
You know,
that night
smoke on the mountain, fire in the sky. It's a great play. Yeah.
So I'm trying to sing. I'm like, amazing, great that we've been found.
Well, that's unfortunate. I want to apologize to anyone knows that might have.
Well, I don't know if you're deaf, you automatically talk that way, even though you can speak.
That's what it sounds like when you talk.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's nerve wracking. And the more scared, you've already done it, the more scared of it you are, the better you get out, the more you get out of it. You know, it is really like that facing your fear and all that stuff. And when you're standing in the doorway of that plane,
it's
every cell in your body screams, you better hold on to something. I mean, it's overwhelming.
Hey, Bob and Tom Show USA. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Larry King.
Wow.
Larry. Nice to see you.
Let me sit down here. Ouch, my back.
Wow. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. Hey, you know, you're giving off a weird vibe when the Walmart greeter tells you to pound sand up your butt. Hey, what's with Cher and the Sunny thing all of a sudden? Would somebody tell me anything? Anybody else now think the C word was invented because of her? Cher, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how about that Carol Channing thing, huh?
Yeah.
I guess she was singing Hello Dildo.
Hello, dildo.
Yeah, man.
Hello, dildo.
Yes, it's just
Only
good
got
stuff.
married. Only got it twice in a row.
Twice in 41 years of marriage.
Wow, she needs Viagra. And I said it before, but never address an Indian in war paint as Chief Big Pussy.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
And finally, I gotta say, kids, it's been a stone gas being here, by the way. I gotta say, this body-piercing craze is getting out of control. You know, studs through the tongue, rings through the nose, eyebrows, the nipples, the belly button, and now a series of interlocking rings and hoops through my schwanz. Oh, did I say my schwanz? Oh, somebody stop me. You know how embarrassing it is to go through the metal detector?
I'm sure.
Larry King, you've got a solid nickel's worth, kids.
Thanks.
I'm out. Peace out.
Peace out, Larry.
I got to catch a plane.
Oh, thanks very much, Larry.
I know you're a guy that cares about the way you look. You've got a nice suit on.
Yes, he looks very good this morning.
Bob Zaney, would you rather have a complete set of removable dentures or a full set of fang-shaped teeth?
And I'm assuming the fang-shaped teeth aren't removable?
Are permanent.
Yeah, they're
yes.
permanent. In other words, your real smile would be
I'd rather
fangs.
have dentures.
Yeah.
I'll go the fangs because I'll tell you why. My teeth don't show when I smile.
Let's see.
It's not natural. My whole childhood was my dad going, show your teeth, like that. I look like I'm trying to poop. In every childhood photo. They just don't show, so it won't really matter if they're fangs. Okay?
I gotta see some of those.
Yeah. I swear to God, my dad, show your teeth, Bobby.
It does look like you're trying to once again drop a deuce.
Yeah. I'm sorry, should I say drop a deuce?
I want to see those photos.
Wow, you're right, though. You can't see your teeth.
Look at little Bobby.
I know.
There he is.
The one that really sticks in my mind, we were at the Wax Museum in Buena Park.
We have a number of tickets for various things on the way. I'll look forward to seeing Mr. Green, and I'll tell you about Symphony on the Prairie at Conner Prairie. All that stuff is on the way.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin, Christy Lee.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Eagerly awaiting our guest, Mr. Tom Green. He'll be here this morning.
Funny guy.
Now, we are going to return at this point to Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
A recent poll reveals how people feel about tipping.
Okay.
According to the survey from Wallet Hub,
All right.
3 in 5 think businesses are replacing employee salaries with customer tips. 85%.
6 out of 10. Right?
Oh, really?
Well, 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10. That's right. 60%.
How many out of 100? Is
60?
Has this become a math quiz?
Isn't it all distracting?
I was told there'd be no math. Is that? Okay.
85% of respondents think automatic service charges should be banned.
People are anti-tipping. Like,
Because it's every.
I think it's the
lustily so
entitlement that people are a little upset with.
Over half say they often leave a tip due to social pressure rather than good service.
Right. Let me decide what to tip and how to tip and when to tip. That's what people want.
Have you ever tipped marginal service or bad service?
You know, I do. No, you know what?
I do too.
I'm probably not doing it correctly. Let's say 20% is the minimum. I still tip 20% for bad. I over tip for, well, if there is such a thing, for good service.
Right.
I don't punish the bad.
I think part of it also was that almost everywhere you go now, they flip the screen around and there's the tip suggestions right there.
Sure.
And
Which is interesting because nearly 3 in 10 Americans tip less when they are presented with a tip suggestion screen.
That's interesting.
That is interesting because I think a lot of people like the help, the math help.
I do too.
If you can't do it in your head. Over 75%.
Well, how hard is it to do it in your head? It's 10% and then double it. That's 20%.
Well, honey, I know that and you know that, but
what the hell, people?
over 75% of those polled think tips should be split among the employees who interact with customers.
I bet 3 out of 5 people, or 6 out of 10, could do it, handle it easily.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't you think so?
Sure.
And more than 1 in 4 Americans, that would be a quarter, wouldn't it, think tips should be taxed as they are now.
Oh.
And that apparently is that going to go away? That was
who knows?
That was one of the
potentially
campaign promises.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think they both made that promise.
Well, how would that work exactly?
I don't know.
I don't know how you would differentiate.
I mean, could I change the structure of this?
You see this big number here? That's all tips.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
At
least they're going to start reporting them. Well, no, they wouldn't have to. I mean, that's the thing. Most restaurant workers don't report.
No, but they get an estimate from the employer.
Which is much lower than the tips they're actually
I don't know.
getting. And by the way, I'm fine with that. I'm not judging at all. You guys know me. I hate the IRS. They should be abolished.
Well, that's me.
Who would pay for your schools and your roads? And
I'm not worried about any of that.
He doesn't have any kids. I remember reading the one story about the lady that went to the vet and had a $700 surgery on her dog or something, and it flipped around the thing, and there was a suggestion for a tip.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Now that's ridiculous.
You just say no. You have to say no.
I know that the last time
that's $140.
One of my little girls lost a tooth. I put $5 under her pillow, and then when she woke up, she flipped a screen around, and there was a suggestion for a tip.
For the tooth fairy.
I think that's kind of bold. I don't know. I wonder if tipping has gone up because of the prevalence of the screens where it's right there.
I thought it would go up.
Do you think some people don't tip because the screen, they feel almost attacked by seeing the screen like that?
I do.
Right? They take it way too personally?
I think they do take it too personally.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to take it 1 second and go, I'm going to tip what I want. Instead of,
right.
Yeah, I don't understand why people are so stressed out.
I think there is a box that says other, and you can put down whatever you want. Or no. Yeah, absolutely.
No, how much do you tip your therapist?
A Christmas gift every year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was kidding.
Oh, I don't. I don't tip my.
Hey, that was a good session.
But
I'm 30%.
I don't get her a Christmas gift.
Really?
I should get her a Christmas.
Yeah, it's just a nice little thing, you know.
Really?
You bring up a good point, though. Sometimes you don't know who to tip and who not to tip, or if you should offer, or.
Well, but the point now that it's there all the time.
But I mean, like people who maybe deliver to you, or.
Yeah, you can put that on in advance.
No, I don't mean food. I mean item, or services, or.
Oh, yeah, sure. Somebody delivers a fridge.
Right.
What do you tip?
Do you tip them?
Yeah, absolutely.
$20, right?
Yeah, per guy at least.
I usually do $20 a guy, but.
At least.
Yeah.
Do you tip your mailman?
No.
I don't tip any government worker.
That can be a Christmas gift.
Well, I do a Christmas gift.
Oh, well, there you go. That's
Right.
So how do you feel about? And I'm a big fan of this. When you go to a store and they say round up and it's a charity.
I love that.
I'm a big fan of that.
I'm a fan of it, but are you sure it's going to the charity? That's where I go a little.
Oh, geez, you sure hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so. I mean, it's usually a pretty
Would you like to
large
round
store.
up for charity? Everyone else is doing it.
No,
But I'm with you. I think it's an easy way to do things.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that. I like it.
I'm just suspicious.
And how about for a haircut, Josh?
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Always
Oh, that's
I don't have
Dog groomer tip.
I don't have a particular percentage in mind. I just do it.
Do you base it on how handsome you look afterward?
I should start doing that.
Well,
here's a C note. I look great.
Why do I look good?
So
I look so good, you should be tipping me.
So last haircut, you didn't have to tip anything. Am I right, Tom?
Now, can they trim your beard at a haircut place?
Well, yeah.
Yes, I never get that.
Because I know in certain states, it's a different license. They can't shave your neck.
Sure, I think to use
which
any
is
kind of straight
insane.
They use just a
Well, they don't want you to die if they nick
or
you.
germs and stuff like that. The proper training does need to happen.
The lady who cuts my hair doesn't have a straight razor, but she shaves my neck with it's it's hard to explain what the razor blade is, but it's made to simulate the straight razor shave, but it's not that.
Okay.
But it's an actual blade, not an electric?
It is an actual blade.
You have quite the smooth line, right?
Don't you like the one where they have the strop?
I don't know because I woke up today and it's 2025.
Have you really had a shave like that?
Yeah.
I'm going to get that done. I should have done this last time. I've always said I want to go get...
But that's a different in the state. That's a different.
Don't you
license.
have to look for somebody that has the?
Yeah.
Strap.
Do you know?
It's
of
called,
anyone?
I believe it's pronounced strop.
Oh, I thought
you know of anyone who has a strop?
The time I had it done, it was
Yeah, I'd love to get that done.
And the heated foam. And
love the heated foam.
Yeah. I want a sexy femme fatale to shave me with a straight razor, and
she's holding it at your neck, going,
yes.
I believe we were talking 50%.
Kind of like she's a Bond girl who could be a villain also.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like all of a sudden halfway through, she's like, actually, I'm playing for the other side.
You could get the Sweeney Todd though, and then you're in real trouble. Am I right?
I wouldn't know. That's how I want to go.
And is she see?
I want to have my throat
Your
slit
jugular.
and slid into a
Okay, I have a
grinder and be mince pie.
I have a technical question. Is there out there? Is there a vending machine that asks for a tip at this?
I would
And who's falling?
No.
I'm going to say no.
I know there's vending machines that take credit cards.
I was at a hotel in North Carolina, and in the lobby they had a vending machine that sold champagne, and it wasn't cheap.
That's cool.
You gotta show ID or
Yeah, but little tiny bottles too, I bet, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it was pretty pricey, and I don't remember if there was a thing at the end for the sommelier. I don't know. Then we'll know that we've officially
come too far.
Tipping has officially gone too far. Now we are once again broadcasting from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
It turns and sways.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the call. Have a great day today. We're going to move
And I've got
forward.
one more thing. May I say one more thing? I've been waiting 20-some years for this. Is everybody listening?
Yeah, we're listening.
Okay. Chick, go back 20-some years, 1998, Fort Wayne, Indiana, all weekend with me.
What?
There we go.
Yes. Finally.
I have okay. Whatever you say.
Okay, remember and listen to this. You went by your real name when you checked in, and you invited me for the weekend. Now wait.
Oh God.
I'm going to get shot for this. And you ordered grapes and Miller Lite beer.
Yeah, that sounds like me, all right.
That's right.
Yep, that's me. Okay,
Okay, Deborah, we got to go here. Christy, give me the teaser.
That couldn't have gone better.
Yeah.
Somehow I blame you.
Ah, boy. Where do we go from here?
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
One of my favorite things you've ever discussed in the show, and if you wouldn't mind maybe doing a little bit of this for me, you have talked about marriage on this show to the point that we actually get we get requests all the time.
Well, good.
For people to hear your little discussion about this, which is brilliant. And I don't want to give away any of it, but would you mind relating a little bit? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, I was married for 3 years, and which is not a long time, you know. We were supposed to be together until one of us died.
True.
I never even had a fever.
Yeah.
My friends were shocked I got divorced. You're getting divorced? That's weird. You seem so happy at the wedding. The wedding? Yeah, that's not part of the marriage. No. It's like telling a shark attack victim, gee, you seemed okay on the beach. And to speak to Christy's point, you know, my wife felt I was too down, I was too negative. Well, this divorce should help.
Yeah, there you go.
She said I had changed. You know, you didn't used to be like this. If I'd known I'm going to be like this, I never would have gone to bed with you. Hey, guess why I didn't tell you?
Yeah, okay.
And of course, you know, marriage is hard. We all know it. The proof here in the room, the success and Einstein.
Gotcha.
Marriage is so hard. Einstein got divorced.
Albert Einstein's unbelievable.
Yes. Yeah, Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein? And there you have it.
Yeah.
Nick Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, it's Josh from the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com, check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
A lion. I've always said, I don't.
Lion?
I would. I know this is crazy that I thought about this.
What now?
I would never go into the wilderness and get and have a lion because they belong.
Right.
You know,
That's where they belong.
But if somebody like maybe they worked at the zoo and there was a lion and it had to live in a house, but it had to be sedated all the time, and I
How
could
about raised
squeeze
from
it.
a cub? A raised from a cub and
Yes.
know you. And...
I would love a lion just
Why?
because they're so cute. I would just bite them all the time. Their face, that little
They
nose.
bite back, believe it or not. Yeah.
You know,
And their
dogs.
teeth are bigger.
Nick has raised a very interesting point.
What?
Which is the essence of it. I think you said just because you like something, you don't have to have it.
Well, I've always been, you know, somewhat controlled by my finances, so there's a lot of stuff that even if I did want, I couldn't have.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I literally, and I have panic attacks. Well, I'll get done with the workout and I go, I want to go get one of those really nice like $6 smoothies, and I'll think about it for like, should I treat myself? Am I worth?
Yes, Nick. You're worth $6.
You know what says something you think? I think in my head I'm probably the only one doing this.
Right.
I was at Whole Foods, and they had these like expensive lemonades. I don't know how to explain it, but the tops were the type where it had a metal top, and you would pull it open, and it would be a rubber seal like the old days.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like a little bit extra. But I had friends coming in from out of town, and I know this is crazy. I thought it'll look good in the refrigerator, you know. And I was at Whole Food, and I bought milk in the glass. I wanted it to look, I wanted to look like my home. It was a home, you know, like my mom's house.
Right.
Yeah.
So I walked over and I went to buy it. It was $2 more than regular lemonade. Then I walked away. And then I went back. I went, what are you doing? You are a full-grown adult, and over $2, get the goddamn lemonade. Well, it worked, because I'm not kidding you, but the outcome is how I reacted. My sister-in-law was there, and she opened the refrigerator, and, you know, I go over, all my brothers are married, their refrigerators are filled with, so she opens up, she goes, oh, fancy lemonade. I was like, oh, yeah, you know. I didn't act like, I acted like, yeah, that's the type I buy.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Yeah. As I only half it's there, I left the other half in the rolls and it's spoiled. I'm having the Rolls Royce fixed.
Well,
that's why I'm driving this.
I would have got the milk in the jug, but my lion ate it. So.
Yeah, my lion likes it out of the glass.
That's right.
Yeah.
We all do weird things.
Center, part of the Muron Theater Complex. Saturday, April 5th. We'll have some tickets for that show on this show in about an hour.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. Hey. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Gonna have a song here in second. I'm guessing there's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, how are you? There's Tom Griswold. Hi, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Yes.
Just getting some stuff organized. I think we're going to be visited by comedian Tom Green in person in a matter of moments.
Boy, my cuticles are a mess.
What?
You need to get a manicure today.
I've never had a manicure, Tom. Have you?
Oh, my goodness. You should go.
You guys know I'm a big proponent of pedicures.
Yes. We need to, all of us guys should go get manis and petties.
Do you just petties? I don't like the mani.
Are you a chewer?
No, but my cuticles close to the actual skin of the, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I need to
You
do
need
something.
to push them back every time you wash.
Yes, but I'm afraid that manicures hurt. Do they hurt?
No, they don't
If
hurt.
someone is not paying attention, they cut you, and you'll never, go back. It happens to me.
You've had the worst luck in life.
She was
haven't
talking
you?
to her friend, and then she cut.
And you need your hands. My gosh.
That's how I express myself.
Yeah.
That's how he expresses
playing with himself.
Semen. Is it? I'm sorry. Where was I?
Expressed a little semen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Twitter's bird logo sign, which was taken down by Elon Musk and rebranded to X, remember that?
Sure.
Auctioned off nearly $35,000. Somebody bought that.
Oh, this was on the outside of the building?
Yeah, the big logo.
This is the little bird? Okay, yeah.
Where would you put that if you bought that?
And my living room wall.
That seems like it would be a little large for that. Yeah. They said the estimated worth was $40,000. Name of the buyer was not disclosed.
Who buys that?
I don't know.
Got you, Elon.
The sign weighs 560 pounds and measures 12 feet by 9 feet.
So you're going to need to have.
Holy hell!
You can't use you got to use the serious bolts.
Oh, you're going to have
need
to.
more than a molly.
Yeah, the molly's not going to do it.
You need to get into a stud. You can't.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
You may have to.
That'll pull your wall right down.
But it would be funny if it took up a whole wall in someone's living room.
Or on the outside of their house somewhere, like on the garage door.
Let me show you my conversation piece over here. It's the Twitter sign. From the outside of the building? That's right.
Yeah, I like to turn the W off. Then it's just Twitter, see? Ain't that funny?
I'm looking at a way to replace that first I with an A.
It's just the bird.
And call it Twatter.
Now that'd be, I'd come to your house a lot.
That's funny.
You had Twatter on the wall.
Everybody loves that. I'm sorry. Could we get to any other topic?
Yes, we're going to talk about the fish of the year.
Okay. Wait a minute. We don't have
We don't have any music for fish of the year.
Well,
hang on a minute. What would you like?
The band Fish.
well, some kind of Hollywood music or something or some sort of.
Here we go. I'll just.
Here we go. How about this? How about this?
Time now for the fish of the year.
The blobfish. So that was kind of appropriate.
Boy, those are weird.
Has been crowned New Zealand's Fish of the Year.
New Zealand?
The country's Mountains to Sea Conservation Trust announced that this year's competition came to a dramatic close, with the blobfish emerging victorious over the orange roughy by nearly 300 votes.
Okay.
Hey, that's right. I'm the orange roughy. Yeah.
I'm the blobfish and I won.
Who do you think you are there, Blobby?
I got the whole list.
The blobfish, often referred to as the world's ugliest animal for its unfortunate frown and decidedly squishy disposition.
You hear that? You're ugly.
It's being highlighted to raise awareness for conservation efforts.
My wife doesn't seem to think so.
No, she thinks so. She just don't care.
Well.
And that's right. I'm the orange roughy.
You're the orange ruffian?
I'm the orange roughy. What about it, Pat? You want to try the orange roughy?
You sound a little scary to me,
Hey,
orange
damn
roughy.
right. You should be scary.
I'm a rainbow trout.
I always knew it.
Well. Aren't you something?
I saw you out with a blowfish.
Tom's the crappy.
Oh, we have a guest.
Hey, there we go. The second Tom has entered the room. Let's meet comedian Tom Green. He's getting all set up over there. Hey, Tom, how are you?
What's going on? How are you?
Tom, great seeing you.
How are you?
I've seen chunks of the documentary, and you look like you're so content on your farm.
Oh, thank you.
Riding around, you got all those animals there.
So jealous.
Yeah, I've got a mule. I ride a mule now, which is a lot of fun, actually. I never really knew much about mules or horses or anything growing up, but in the last couple of years, I've been riding around a mule in the wilderness of Canada every day.
That's great. Is it your own farm?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I left Los Angeles since I was last here. I've lived there for 20 years in LA, but I moved back to Canada where we're kind of near where I'm from and got a farm. Yeah. So.
And you've learned how to do all this stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not farming crops. I farm hay. We cut hay, so we do hay bales every August, and but mostly the animals is really what's taken up most of my attention. Looking after them, and chickens and guinea hens, which are interesting birds. They eat a lot of bugs. And it's pretty neat. I get a lot of eggs. With the price of eggs.
Oh yeah.
It's a good time to be farming chickens.
Now, are you bringing eggs to all your friends?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, you get so many eggs. It's amazing how many eggs you get with 6 chickens and 8 guinea hens. I walk in there. If I don't go in the coop for a couple of days, there'll be like 50 eggs in there. It's amazing.
You have coyotes trying to eat?
Lots of coyotes. The coyotes got my chickens at one point.
Oh, man.
I'm not a good farmer. No.
Are your neighbors helping you? Are they glad to have you around, helping you out, or do they think you're some city boy that?
No, they're great. Yeah, I've got great, amazing neighbors. Actually, local farmers. Some of them have been there for generations, and you know, they some of them are on my new show. So I shot a show for Prime Video. So I've made some really good friends, and they're all really helpful and excited to have us there and filming stuff. It's
fantastic.
Tom Green is also a very fine stand-up comedian. In fact, last time you came through, I've seen your show twice. I did not see you were doing it last night. I could not get down there, but
yeah, we had 2 great shows. We did a matinee yesterday. I've never done a matinee in 20 years. It was hilarious. We did a show at 4:30, so I enjoyed it actually. I don't know if that's a sign of age, but I think I'm going to start. I call my agent. Let's do all the shows at 4:30.
Yes. Well, as your audience ages,
that's a great start time.
Yeah, it was nice. But then we had 4:30 and 7:30 last night. We had 2 amazing shows.
Are you getting up super early on the farm now, or?
I do when I'm at home on the farm. It's a kind of a weird shift in wake up time when you go on the road doing stand up, because I've been on the road for the last 2 months now actually. But when I'm home, I get up super early. I like to get up with the morning light and get out there and get out to the barn.
So obviously someone's taking care of the animals.
Yeah, I have a farm hand who's looking after it. My parents actually stay at my house when I leave too, which is nice. They live just down the road.
I hope to God that they paint the barn while you're gone.
You know? Good idea.
That's one of your famous skits, whatever you want to call it. Stunts.
Yeah. I painted their house plaid when I was a kid and put it on TV.
God, that was funny.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because if you watch the show on Prime, they may have done something like that.
Okay.
In episode 4. Don't skip ahead to episode 4, but they may have done something like that. I don't want to spoiler alert, but
Tom Green is our guest. Tom is a distinguished video guy, comedian, lots of stuff, movies, and the new project is available on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's called Tom Green Country, and I actually recorded the soundtrack for it, which is also on Spotify, called Home to the Country, which is
and we're going to actually hear a little bit of that in a minute here.
Yeah, we recorded that at actually an amazing legendary rock band from Canada, the Tragically Hip.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Recorded at their studio in Kingston, Ontario.
Cool.
Now, and Canada has those unusual content laws.
Well, regarding...
they have to play a certain number of Canadian artists.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's always been kind of... it's basically to encourage Canadian content to be played, because, you guys down here in America, you're so big, and we get overwhelmed by the American sort of show business system.
But a lot of Guess Who, a lot of Bachman Turner overdrive, a lot of Rush.
It's called CanCon requirements, and they want the radio to play 20% Canadian content, and then that encourages new artists and stuff. Like when I was a kid, I was in a rap group. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. A teenage rappers from Ottawa. Sounds pretty good. Sounds like something I want.
What was the name of the band?
We called Organized Rhyme. And, we actually got nominated for a Juno, which is the Canadian Grammy kind of thing. When I was 19, I got nominated for that, and we were on Much Music all the time. But a lot of that was encouraged by this. Our music got played on the radio, and we had our music played on Much Music.
Are the fellows from your rap band still out there?
Yeah, well, Greg's doing good, and I lost touch with our DJ, but the other rapper and I, we were.
Maybe it's time to do on the farm rap.
Yeah, well, he actually came out to the farm for the documentary. Greg Campbell's in the documentary, and he's a good guy. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, we're gonna hear some of that music in just a second. Here, a couple of quick things we got to do here. Christy Lee, of course, is at her post.
Yes.
The Silac Insurance News Desk. Chick McGee, I'll talk to you.
All right.
Are you familiar with the Dow Jones Index?
Yeah, I am, but I'm more of a footsie guy, really.
Really? That's the top 100 companies on the London Exchange. I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. For the sake of credibility, let's go with the Silac commercial here instead. Do you have your slide whistle handy?
I do. Yes. I just like to say footsie though.
Okay. You know what can happen with the stock market, don't you?
It can go up and down.
How would it sound going down?
Oh.
Very good.
I was
very good.
prepared for up.
Okay. How would it sound going up?
There you go.
What it's all about is volatility. Don't worry about volatility. Did I say volatility?
That's volatility.
Thank you.
Okay.
Forget about volatility. You can counter it with an annuity from the Silac Insurance Company. Reliable annuity payments, whatever's going on with the stock market, designed to protect your retirement, your nest egg, to get back to the topic of eggs. Your nest egg won't crack, so see what a Silac annuity can do for you. Some restrictions apply. See if you're eligible. Go to silacins.com. Or just go to bobandtom.com. We can lead the way for you right over there. That's silacins.com, SILACINS.com. An annuity from Silac. So when you retire, you've got money coming in. Plan on it. Live on it. Coming up, we're going to hear some music from Tom Green, see what was happening in his life, and hang out with us. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. Mm-hmm.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
Scoop.
Big scoop. That's a huge scoop.
Two.
That's not
Two
a big
scoops.
blender.
Okay.
Three.
Hey, no, you're not going to run out of room.
No, you're not.
No, you're.
That's perfect.
There's milk right there.
Milk and pour about.
You want to put a little whey protein in there?
A little more than that.
A little more than that.
Yeah, come on.
There.
Hey, a little more. All right, that's
Okay.
good. Now load it with Oreos.
Yeah.
All right.
We have vanilla ice cream.
In the blender, not in your mouth.
Don't eat the Oreos yet.
All right. How many you got there?
I don't think I've had an Oreo in years.
That one and another stack that
Is
high.
that an even number?
Oh, for
Did you count them?
sake.
How many you got there?
It's bad luck to eat a number
Keep
of
going.
Oreos.
It's bad luck, chick. Did you
All
count
right,
them?
that's enough.
No, it isn't. Keep going.
Shut your hole.
This is our shake.
You're not going to be able to drink it. You're going to have to eat it with a spoon.
That's fine.
Put more milk
What is
in
that? 15 Oreos?
Oh, this is it's going to be perfect. It'll go right up to the top.
Peanutopolis. That's hilarious.
I love it. All right. Put a Klondike bar there. Come on.
Throw in the Klondike
What'd
bar.
you do for a Klondike bar? I'd kill somebody.
Throw a little more milk in, chick.
Klondike
Come on.
bars in there.
Blah, 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 blah. All right.
There we go.
There you go.
All right.
That's
Okay, there
good.
you go.
Just let
Okay.
it go. Keep going.
God,
Look at
look at that.
That's heaven.
Look
at
the
that.
Snickers bar.
Look at that. Snickers bar looks like it's swirling around the bottom of a toilet bowl, doesn't it?
You're putting more ice cream in there?
Yes. Now you go. Now blend her up there. Oh, one more. Come on.
At least it's an even number. Okay, there we go. Are those the peanuts trying to...
Thank you.
No, Bob, sip that over there by your microphone. Let's hear your
I'll
judgment
have a
on that.
taste. Tom has to drink it.
We
though.
should market this.
Wow, it smells very good.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
That is very good.
Tell me this is not good.
That is very good.
Very chocolatey.
See?
This is much better than your shake.
Thank you very much.
Why don't you throw some protein powder in that? So at least you get some protein.
And why don't you run up an alley and yell fish? How about
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Paulette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Paulette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
Today, a little bit of an issue, something a little minor. Christy has a new boyfriend. She's officially announced the arrival of her new boyfriend.
He just got here. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
she ordered him online. Yeah, come on.
No, I mean, you've been seeing this guy, and now suddenly it's okay.
Oh, we can go with it. Yeah,
we're going with it. It's official. And the reason we had to go with it is because this guy's name is Tom, my name, and there was some confusion behind the scenes. Christy, I'm
the only one named. I'm the original Tom.
Well, no, but Christy was telling stories. She'd go, well, this weekend Tom and I did something, and she would
I'd have to
tell about some exotic adventure they had, and I'd have to clarify that I had no part of this.
There has been some speculation on the show that Tom and I might be seeing each other this Tom,
but
and
it's
that's
not. It's
totally not true.
So you have boyfriend Tom, and then I will be plaintiff Tom. I think.
How about Boss Tom?
Ooh, I like that.
Taking it off here, Boss Tom.
But see, since he's your man, he should be Major Tom, and then I would be Minor Tom.
Oh, that's nice.
That way, since he's like the guy, you're major dude. Yeah. We'll have to settle on something. I kind of like work Tom versus play Tom, or day Tom versus night Tom. But then sometimes you see him during the day, like on a Saturday. You probably let him in, I assume, during the day.
No, he stays chained to the tree, Tom. He's not allowed in.
Sometimes we have lunch, I think there's a Starbucks in town that thinks.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
There's Tom Griswold. I'm Chick McGee, and we've got a special guest in the studio, Tom.
Hanging out with us is...
That's right, Charlie the puppy dog.
Yeah. We have Tom Green's dog.
Yes, absolutely. Charlie's star of the show. She comes on stage with me during my stand-up show as well, and we have a chair up there, and she just sits up on stage with me. She's gotten really good at it.
Oh, she's a lady, Charlie.
She's a good girl.
All right.
Kind of new, kind of now. Charlie.
Do you get that reference?
It's a perfume, Charlie.
Way
the
back in
perfume.
the 70s, 80s.
70s,
Okay.
mid-70s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Bobby Short was singing Charlie.
Oh, yes. Sitting behind the piano.
Yeah. Charlie.
I was born in 71, so maybe subconsciously I maybe remember.
Maybe your mom wears it.
Mom might have worn it.
Yeah, I do sort of remember that. Yeah.
And by the way, what's your mom doing, huh?
Hey, wait a minute.
You tell her I said chick. Chick said hi.
Easy.
I remember Charlie based on flowers from Algernon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Charlie, watch that. I had to read it and then watch it.
I like L.Y. Yeah.
Well, Charlie's actually named after the John Steinbeck book Travels with Charlie.
Oh, yes.
'Cause I got
the poodle.
Yeah, exactly. Because I got her when the pandemic happened. I was kind of looking for something to do because the touring got canceled and everything. And I got a van. I got a camper van, which I'm driving in right now on this tour. And I got Charlie at the same time. My dad said, "Oh, like Travels with Charlie. You're going to drive around with a dog in a camper." I said, "What's Travels with Charlie?" He said, "It's a book by Steinbeck." I said, "I don't read." He said, "Yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling you about."
So it didn't move you to actually go read the book?
Yeah, no, I did read the book. I read the book. It's a great book. And actually kind of used it as inspiration, not just for Charlie's name, but for a lot of video that I was shooting at the time on my YouTube channel. So I would go around and I basically went all over the Southwest and made videos about America. He wrote a book about America, but I did videos about America and went out into the desert of the Southwest a lot. And that's what I've been doing on this trip too, going out into New Mexico and Arizona and found all sorts of really amazing Native American ruins out in places like Chaco Canyon, which is really incredible. There's huge archaeological sites out there that I had no idea were there until that trip, and now I'm kind of quite fascinated by it also.
Cool.
Tom Green, the documentary right now is on Prime Video. Am I getting this right?
Absolutely, yeah. Amazon Prime Video, yeah.
And it's called, is it like the Tom Green documentary?
It's called This Is the Tom Green Documentary. It's kind of based off my old theme song, This Is the Tom Green Show, way off on MTV, so we called it This Is the Tom Green Documentary. And which was that was a theme song to my TV show on MTV.
Of course.
And you're back living a real life. You're now living on a farm in Canada.
Yeah.
When you're not touring.
It's funny because like people sometimes say, "Oh my, it must be a big adjustment leaving Los Angeles to go back to a country in Canada." But I never really quite got used to living in Los Angeles, even though I was there for 20 years. I grew up in Canada, and I always liked being outdoors and nature, and I lived right in the middle of Hollywood in LA. So it's a big relief being home. I've settled in real nicely there, and I love it. Yeah.
Good.
Now, you're going to be, your tour is not quite over. You're going to be in Pittsburgh coming up in a couple days, Poughkeepsie. Ithaca, New York coming up Sunday. An 8 o'clock show, it looks like, in Ithaca, New York at the Hangar Theater. Lots of other stops coming up, including Phoenix and Bakersfield and more. And you can find all this stuff if you just Google Tom Green Tour and find out what's going on there. Now, I have been presented with, I have not heard it, but this is a sample of your work singing. Well, do you want to give me the background on this?
Well, I've always liked making music, but basically been playing my guitar a bit more, trying to improve my piano playing and writing some songs, and being back in the country kind of inspired this record. And so I got together with a few local musicians. We started performing together around town and recorded this album in the Tragically Hip studio in a legendary Canadian rock band, Tragically Hip. It's been a lot of fun. I actually bring my guitar with me when I do stand-up and perform a few songs at the end of the show and goof around with the guitar at the end of the show. So
cool.
You actually have a strong resemblance to Eric Clapton.
Not in the guitar playing, but maybe. With the beard.
I was hoping. This is a famous Canadian song, if I'm not mistaken. Let's play a little bit of this for you. This is Tom Green. That's comedian Tom Green. That gives it a whole different feel.
Yeah, it's very cool. A little country version of Summer of '69.
But also a little more old man reminiscent.
Sounds like the National. Are you familiar with the National at all?
Yeah,
it sounds like them.
Yeah. People have said that. Yeah, I know. I tend to sing in other two registers of my voice, but it's fun. I just Bryan Adams went to my high school actually. Oh, and not he's a few years older than me. He was there before I was there, but he's actually been kind of very encouraging with my music. Actually, like I just did that cover just sort of on a whim. We put that together. Most of the songs on the record I wrote, but I did a couple of covers. Did a Gordon Lightfoot cover, I did a Bare Naked Ladies cover, and Tragically Hip cover. So some of my favorite Canadian bands, all Canadian artists. I was performing once in San Diego, and I'd never met Bryan Adams before, but he was at a big music festival he was performing at, and I said to the promoter, could I meet Bryan? And he just sort of welcomed me back into the green room because he heard I went to his high school, and we hung out, and he's been really, really cool. I've sent him some music over the years. He told me to keep recording, so I did.
Nice. All right. Nice. Now, we have Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News. Do you want to share a news story with Mr. Green?
No.
What do you mean? No?
I want to hear the news story.
You want to hear about the blobfish? Did you hear that come in?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
The blobfish has been named New Zealand's Fish of the Year.
Oh, okay.
That
Boom.
Over the orange roughy.
Oh, my God. Soon to be an invasive species here, probably, right?
The blobfish looks like a normal fish due to the pressure of the depths it lives in, between 1,970 feet and 3,940 feet beneath the water surface.
I don't care. This is the orange roughy, and I got robbed.
Yeah.
They look really ugly because...
because of the rapid depressurization.
Wow, look at that.
He looks like Jimmy Durante. Do you remember him?
Yeah, or a melting Elmer Fudd.
Yeah. So he gets gooey when he comes to the surface.
Yeah,
That's what he looks like.
Really unappealing.
What's coming out of the corner of his mouth there, fellas?
Can't say that on radio.
Oh, boy.
He was having a good time.
Blobfish have fun, too. Okay.
Or blobfish.
Come here, Blobby.
He barely won over the orange. I got the whole top 10.
Oh, yeah? What else is on there?
The orange roughy, the longfin eel, the whale shark, way down at the bottom, the blue cod. This is kind of I don't know if we do that in the States. Do we have a fish of the year?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think it's always like carp or something.
Now, Christy,
a largemouth bass. That's always popular.
Bass, yeah.
Aren't you eating strictly fish for Lent?
On Fridays. It's not Friday, is it?
No,
you're good.
Shoo.
I do a lot of fishing now that I'm back in Canada. I've caught a few largemouth bass this year.
That's
bass
nice.
and pike is pretty much what we
Pike is big in Canada, right?
And walleye as well.
I love
walleye.
Yeah.
I had that last Tuesday.
Or pickerel. Do you call them pickerel here, or do you call them walleye here?
We call them walleye here. Yeah,
walleye. It's very confusing. It's regional. Some parts of Canada they call them pickerel. Some call it walleye. I think it's Americans call it walleye.
You ever call a bass a ditch pickle? That's a nickname for a bass.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ditch pickle sadly sounds like a sex move.
Give her the ditch pickle.
The old ditch pickle.
If you're just joining us, hi. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Our guest is comedian Tom Green has joined us. Mr. Green has been very active in the world of television and music and comedy for a long time in lots of different ways. Of course, many different shows, lots of videos. Kind of, in a way, I think you could say the Jackass guys owe you a fee. But a lot of stunt stuff. Very early on, when you were really young, you started doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of what the documentary is about on Prime. It's sort of takes you through the journey of it all because it was early on. It was before YouTube, right? It was obviously before that and before social media. But even really before reality TV, it was when video cameras were kind of just becoming accessible to, regular people who could get their hands on a video camera. And so we sort of started filming a show with a video camera with no rules and no real professional guidance, and just went out and did it for a public access TV show in Canada that we sort of weaseled our way into the public access station. But it eventually became a hit in Canada, and MTV heard about it, and that's what happened. So it's kind of it was an interesting time because when we were making the show in those early days, I'd do all the pranks on my parents, like you mentioned, Tom, and it was like nobody knew what they were looking at. They'd say, "Are those your real parents?" They didn't understand that there was real people on TV. I mean, it was really just a completely different world. So it kind of was something that was very exciting at that time. When people saw the show. And
on kind of a serious note, I don't want to dwell on it, but you also did some really important work in the realm talking about your own personal issues with testicular cancer, and bravo to you for talking about it.
Yeah.
And I know that we've had a couple of folks that have come in here with various issues like that, and when they do that, we will get letters like, "Oh yeah, so and so came in, was talking about this, and I made my husband check himself, and it turned out he had it, and he was able to get it fixed." And and now he's fine. But it's one of those things where you got to know about it. So getting some real information out there besides the silliness, very important. And bravo to you for bringing that up.
Yeah, I mean that's amazing when you talk about illness and when you talk about your experiences, how it does actually affect people. Because I have people come to my shows, like you said, and they saw the cancer special. It's on YouTube, but we filmed my whole sort of battle with cancer. It was sort of kind of a sudden thing that happened. The show on MTV stopped because I had cancer. That's why I stopped doing the Tom Green Show, and we decided to film one last episode of me going through that. But I've had people come up to me on my shows on this tour. Usually guys in their 40s, just kind of very emotional sort of things. Where they come with their wife and they want to meet me, and then they're very, very sort of. They wanted to meet me for a while because they went to the doctor because of the show. So I feel like MTV should air it again, but
and better than some of the other stunts you've done.
Yeah, yeah, well, absolutely.
Like lying face down on a busy street.
Yeah,
don't do that.
No. Well, yeah. We also got a few people killed. No, I'm just joking.
The documentary talks about how Tom now lives on a farm with his mule.
Yeah. She's actually the largest rideable mule in Canada.
No kidding.
Okay, yeah, so it's she's extremely tall. She's 16.3 hands, okay, which is a way you measure a horse or a mule. So she's taller than a horse. Most horses. She's because a mule's half horse, half donkey. So her mother was a Percheron horse, and her father was a mammoth donkey. And mules are really cool. Actually, they're extremely intelligent animals. They're not. People say they're stubborn, but they're actually very smart, and they get mistaken for being stubborn because they're really always calculating whether it's safe for them to obey these commands they're being given by their rider. So she studies you, figures you out, and she's figured out that I have no idea what I'm doing, and sometimes is a little skeptical about whether she wants to ride off into the woods and stuff. But as I've gotten to know her better and gained her trust, and I've gotten better at it, she's now turning left again. We used to just go out for a spin.
What's her name?
Fanny.
Fanny.
What was the day we thought it would be funny to bring
Mammoth Jack in here?
It was a Mammoth Jack.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yes, I love those.
They're
yeah,
huge.
I've seen those.
So we thought it would be funny to bring one in the building.
We did that.
We walked him around, and we were just concerned about number two.
We didn't think it through.
Yeah.
Nope.
So we took a picture in the boss's office with this. I mean, this thing was huge.
Yeah.
Well, there's a jackass in the general manager.
So we thought, and we're thinking, if this thing poops, we're in trouble. And then we took it outside, and the second we got outside, the fire hose began.
Oh, nice. Potty trained.
Evidently.
But we realized if that had happened, it would have been all new carpeting.
It would have flooded the building. Yeah, it was amazing.
But yeah, beautiful animal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Huge,
so that's like a donkey. That's a giant donkey. Yeah, which is cool. So that's basically what Fanny's father was a donkey.
And again, you can observe all this stuff with the documentary. The exact title is.
The documentary is called This is the Tom Green Documentary, and the show is called Tom Green Country. And on the show, you actually see Fanny arrive the first day she arrives.
Oh, cool. And it's all on Prime Video.
On Prime Video,
yeah.
Nice.
And the tour continues. I know you're in Ithaca in a couple of days and some other spots, Bakersfield coming up and more. We have time for one more quick news story with Mr. Green.
Okay, German officials say pigeons will be tricked into taking contraceptive pills as part of a train station's plan to reduce the bird population.
Tricked? How do they do that? What's the trick?
Well, here we go. Apparently, they are launching the initiative where they lace the bird feed at Berlin's, I'm not even going to try to pronounce some German rail station, with a pigeon pill that renders the animals infertile. They're hoping that by reducing the birds' numbers, they can also reduce the amount of Pigeon poop.
Pigeon poop. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh.
Why do they make it look like popcorn or something?
Yeah.
Why do they have to trick them? I mean, they'll eat pretty much anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. And if it works, they're going to expand it to other train stations all across Berlin.
They don't expressly say that there's birth control in it. They just tell them it's food.
Yeah.
So that's the trick.
Yeah, that is the trick.
It's
Could
a lie of omission.
Could they do this for fans of the New York Jets?
Whoa.
Just reduce the.
Just tell them that.
Sorry,
hot dogs.
Okay, sorry, I'm tired of hearing about him. Okay.
No more Jets fans.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. But right now, I want to talk to Josh about his feet.
You do?
I do.
You want to see him?
No.
No.
I want to hear about your orange insoles, though. What color are they?
I want to hear more about Tom wanting to see my feet.
I know. That's why I jumped in.
But do you have plantar's fasciitis?
I did.
Okay.
But not anymore.
Okay. I just wanted to say plantar's fasciitis.
Yeah. It is a fun thing to say. And it has nothing to do with gardening. I always thought it had something to do with gardening. I thought plantars was like the
plantar's wart. Nothing to do with it.
No, it doesn't. You can just get these things. But the odds of having plantar's fasciitis go way down if you have orange insoles. That's right. If you're working on your feet all day, maybe you're in construction or you're a farmer, Tom, or you a doctor, teacher, walking around in those shoes you have right now, probably giving you zero support. I guarantee there's a thin, flimsy liner in there that's not helping you out. You might even be experiencing back pain, hip pain, knee pain. Who knows? Orange insoles, though, they offer arch support and a deep heel cup that work better in your shoes to help support your body. They give you better alignment and alleviate that discomfort. And listen to this. Orange insoles just released their brand new Orange Sport insole. That's right. Most athletic shoes lack true support, but not the new Orange Sport. They have new and exclusive O-foam technology with a thin athletic profile, just like mine, for top performance. They offer 3 times the durability and 40% more energy return. Find the right orange insole for you and every shoe, whether you wear work boots, dress shoes, sneakers, you name it. No cutting required. They come true to size, and they include sizes 15 plus. Go to orangeinsoles.com today for free shipping. Plus, Orange Insoles come with a 60-day We Want You to Be Happy guarantee. That's orangeinsoles.com. Feel better, do more.
Thank you very much. We're to come back. We got our special guest in the studio. He is comedian Tom Green. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Ace had nothing to do with this.
No, but Ace and I did play donkey softball.
I don't care about that. There was a donkey in this building that you and I were leading around.
I can never remember.
Mammoth Jack?
A Mammoth Jack. Now, is that considered to be a donkey or a mule? That's a donkey, right?
I don't know what the difference is.
Don't you get a horse and a mule to make it? Wait a minute. What is it? Horse and a donkey make a mule? Something like that?
I don't know.
All I know is
it's like algebra. I forget how it works.
His hang down was unbelievable.
No, Pat,
you could almost hear the mechanization start when he had to urinate.
A semi-famous woman who actually worked here had this gigantic animal
rack,
and it was the size. It was bigger than a horse.
Yeah, it was
huge. And we thought it'd be funny to bring it in the building.
And what happened?
And but we were concerned that it would defecate somewhere in the building, but we brought it in. We took it all around. We had fun with it.
Had picture behind the general manager's desk.
Oh, we thought it was so funny. And then we were having a great time. We were on the air. We were on the air, and then we Chick and I took it outside.
Yeah, and then
what happened?
It knew. Somehow it knew to go ahead and pee. Urinated, and it was like a fire hose.
Yeah, we never even thought of that. If that had happened in the building, they would have had to replace all the carpeting and half the furniture.
Yeah. What was its name?
Jack.
Oh, Jack. That's sweet.
No, I don't remember.
I'll have to dig it up. But we have pictures.
Find out.
Turtis.
Hey, Turtis.
Well, there he is. There's Tom.
Look at him.
Yeah, there's Tom. That's the general manager's desk.
Huge.
Yep. Look at the size of that thing.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You
really
can almost see his dork right there at the back.
Oh, yeah. You can kind of see how it's
it's
real black.
He was like a prize mule, I think.
Yeah.
He's a handsome fellow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Oh, you mean the donkey?
Look, Tom, you're wearing the same clothes you're wearing that day.
He's got cargo shorts on.
Hang on a second.
Those shorts?
Yeah.
No.
Same shirt, though.
Look at the gut on Griswold. Look at that.
I think the shirt's kind of baggy.
Whatever, Tubby.
I never knew you were a
Chubbs. Whatever, Chunkles. What do you weigh there? About 350?
Oh.
You're over 3 bills. Look at that.
You're easily 350.
You guys are totally being mean now.
Well,
come on.
We had to be mean to get him to put the fork down.
Save his life. He's got a cow heart, isn't it?
So if I want to just pause for a moment.
You look like you ate Bob.
I'm all the way in the back of the office. That photograph above the donkey on the upper right. That's a hockey team, Josh. I don't know if you can see. Every guy in that hockey team had a huge mullet.
Mm-hmm.
It was that era.
Yeah.
And visual and boring.
And the
now,
donkey.
wait a minute. You're saying that was a hockey team, and they all had the same haircut, and they
unfortunately we don't have that.
A mullet.
Is that desk still in the building?
Is that desk still in the building? I mean, this is bad off the air talk.
Yeah. We're off the air.
I walk out.
I'd be down the highway.
Now, Josh.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Can't help but notice we're joined by Mr. Michael McDonald, who has a terrific book out. And, he's on Mr. Michael McDonald. Is it true you have a clip on Pornhub?
You can do me, I'm your stepbrother.
Michael, I can't believe you're
That's just awful.
really doing that.
That's awful. A great book called If That's What It Takes, and now we'll never talk to him.
Now, Michael, you're also, from what I understand, using a teleprompter at your concerts?
I keep forgetting the words to all my songs. I keep forgetting the words to take it to the street. You caught me off guard.
Yes, I am aware. Sorry.
Keep forgetting.
Can I ask you something else about living alone?
Sure, yeah, sure. Unless, what do you want to move in? What's going on?
No,
I'm just curious.
Tom's looking forward to that day.
This interests me. Yeah, I have a lot of people hanging out at my house, but I enjoy that. Do you? You said you had a cat.
I do have a cat.
You have a dog?
I don't have a dog, and that was taken in the divorce. We had a part Rottweiler, part Doberman named. That was his name.
Good boy.
He's a good boy.
He is.
But I'm thinking about getting a dog.
Dogs are great.
Yeah, they are. And especially, I'll tell you, I'm interested in the Chihuahua only because the Chihuahua, I can learn a lot from a Chihuahua. I need empowerment lessons from a Chihuahua because a Chihuahua has this species amnesia. They have no idea of their relative size and the scope of reality. And I need that because you go over to someone's house that has a Chihuahua and right there, they're there, just ready to go. You weigh 4 ounces. I could mail you in a priority package for $4.85, and you're gonna tear my ass up? Is that what's happening here? What I don't like about certain dog owners is that I don't mind talking to your animal, but don't include me in the conversation with the dog. That's my only problem. Is when you're talking to me, talk to me.
Right.
You know, oh, did you go up to Yosemite this summer? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's great. Yosemite's beautiful. Earl and I went up there last year. We got in a tent. It was great. It rained. And, oh, boy, Pepper didn't like that, did you, Pepper? No, you didn't. You wanted to get out of that tent, didn't you? You barred.
Tell Dwight how much you hated it.
That's right. Anyway, so there's nothing to do, but, Earl and I just got it on the whole time. And that's all you can do. Pepper didn't like that, did you? No, you thought Daddy was hurting Mommy, didn't you, Pepper? Look at Pepper's face. You don't know what I'm saying, do you? Oh, he's cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did the Mexican cartwheel and a big wheel. And that was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that right, Pepper?
Oh.
Don't bite me!
Dwight Slade is our guest.
There's a whole bunch of great tribute bands on the way, including Dark Star, the Grateful Dead tribute band, and Led Zeppelin 2. Details on that show coming up in a minute.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee and Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom. We have a special guest in the studio.
Joining us in the studio, it's comedian, video master, musician, stand-up comic. He's done. He's Tom Green, and he's now living on a farm in Canada. The documentary about that transition from Canada to L.A. to showbiz, back to Canada, back to the farm, is on right now on Prime. I want to get the title exactly correct.
Tom Green Country is the show, and the documentary is This is the Tom Green Documentary. And there's a stand-up special in Prime, too. It's called I Got a Mule, is the name of the stand-up special.
Oh, great. And it's true.
Yeah, and it's true, yeah.
Because you have a mule.
Yes.
We talked about the mammoth jack that was in our studios.
Yes.
Which is a gigantic. Now, is that technically a mule, a mammoth jack?
That'd be more a donkey.
That's more of a donkey?
A donkey, yeah. And... yeah, I've looked at those. Those are amazing because I have a donkey as well, and I think I'd like to get another donkey friend for my donkey Kia.
Oh.
It's interesting when you watch the herd. I have a quarter horse and it's foal and Fanny and Kia. So there's 4 animals out there in the pasture, and sometimes Kia, the donkey, kind of just goes off and stands a little off to the side by herself. So I think I need to get her another donkey. It's amazing watching the herd. Not always, but just sometimes you can tell she just feels a little bit like, I'm going to go be a donkey over here by myself. So.
Maybe get her a pet goat.
Yes.
For the stable.
Those look fun too. But I don't know. I've avoided the goat because I think my neighbors have goats and they run away all the time. So I just don't feel like dealing with that.
I see. He's currently running away on the road, and lots of shows coming up. And then you're giving yourself a little bit of a break. But then I know for one thing you're going to be at the Hangar Theater Ithaca coming up this Sunday evening. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
And tomorrow night in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, New York State, and then home. So I'm just driving back to Canada. So it's been pretty an amazing tour. We started in Canada. I'm in the camper van that I told you about earlier, where I've traveled around in that. I'm in the camper van, and we drove from the farm down through Nashville, Chattanooga, Oklahoma, then to Dallas, Austin, Houston, over to Phoenix, and then up through Colorado, and doing shows all the way. And
cool.
And
are you doing all the driving?
I'm doing all the driving, and I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I'm also traveling with my fiance as well. So,
wonderful!
So I am getting married, and my fiance and my dog and I are on tour. So,
nice.
And she's thinking to herself, this is great. I'm getting married, and then all of a sudden go, let's go live in a van for 2 months. No, we're staying in hotels most of the night, but we take breaks in the tour. I've sort of had weeks off in the tour where we go off into the desert, and we were in Utah exploring some amazing places in this country, and I really have become fascinated with some of the historical sites, the archaeological sites in the desert. So coming through Utah, we went to this place, Bears Ear National Monument, between Monument Valley and Colorado, and there's all sorts of incredible archaeological ruins out in the mountains, some of them undiscovered. You can walk into a canyon and find arrowheads and all sorts.
Yeah, we always get the stories about someone walking on a beach and they'll find something and it turns out to be the largest tooth ever of a mastodon or something.
Or a shark.
They find all that stuff.
It's kind of a beautiful thing. I like being out in nature. I think that's kind of what sort of inspired me to want to leave Los Angeles. When I would go out into the desert in my van, and I would wake up in the morning and make a cup of coffee and look at the sun coming over the mountains, and I'd think, why am I living in big city? So
I always think of archaeology, the Onion, famous Onion headline: archaeologists discover ancient skeleton people.
Right.
Right now, typically at this point, we would do the Ace Cosby joke of the day. I should point out, Ace had an accident over the weekend. He literally fell over his cat.
Yeah.
The cat's okay, by the way. People keep writing.
Yes,
the cat's fine. Ace had a very serious break in his tibia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he was just taking a sabbatical to write that novel.
And Ace has never missed a day of radio in 42 years.
Whoa. At least 42.
Whoa. Never. This is his first time he's ever missed a day.
Yeah.
He had to have surgery. There's some pins and rods in his right leg right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
never missed a day in 42 years. That is incredible.
He was laid off for a lot of that time.
I laid off.
Well, 5 years there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for putting that in. So it's now time for the substitute Ace Cosby joke of the day.
I'll do it today. I think we should take turns throughout the week.
Okay. Do you want the intro music or not?
Oh, I think we have to.
Okay. Here it comes.
Rules that Sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Chick.
Yes, Josh.
We've been talking about how New Zealand named the blobfish the fish of the year. Mm-hmm. Well, did you hear about this? A little fish walks into a bar. Uh-huh. The bartender asks the fish, "What can I get you?" The little fish replies, "Water! I need water!"
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Brought to you by Sleep Number. Sleep better together. Sleep Number smart beds start at only $999 exclusively at a Sleep Number store. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
You sold the hell out of it.
I felt it was.
Timely.
Was trying to make Ace proud.
Yeah.
Fish can't survive
Very good one.
without
I
the
laughed
water.
at that.
Very nice.
They can't walk into a bar.
No, you certainly
Didn't a horse walk into a bar? Do we want to save that one?
We can do that, yeah.
I think it's a horse, a rabbi, a priest.
No, the horse walks in. Remember, Josh?
Yeah, horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Why the long face?"
Uh-huh.
The horse said, "My wife just died." Oh, he's genuinely
See what he did there?
See, they have one.
You think it's just a...
Comedy's like boxing.
Right.
You think you're going to get a hit with a left hook, and there comes the jab.
No, that was great. Those are good ones for sure.
Do we have time to do a real quick today in history?
I think we do.
Okay. Let's see. Happy birthday, Harry Houdini.
Oh.
1874, he escaped from his mommy parts on this date. Clyde Barrow, 1909, of course, famous for...
Tiger Trainer?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay. I might Clyde Beatty.
Steve McQueen, the American actor, not the famous.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly the coolest man to ever live, right?
He was pretty cool.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was in The Blob. We were talking about The Blob.
That's right.
Yes, he was.
Was he in The Blob or Michael Landon in The Blob?
He is in The Blob.
He was in The Blob.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Arlie Ermy.
Early Ermy.
Are you
Who
going
the hell's Arlie Ermy?
He's the sergeant.
Full Metal Jacket. You would recognize him in a heartbeat.
Is it okay if I'm in charge now?
Thank you very much. He was in real life. That's what he did.
When he walks up to a poor soldier and he just goes, "What's your excuse?" How do you answer that?
Well, thank you very much.
Get over
Once again, from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, this is the Bob and Tom Show.